Okay, the mixing board's working now, so maybe we're good now.
I will start talking, and hopefully people in the chat. So I'm just going to say it out loud. If the people watching on YouTube, thank you.
Okay, it's not kicking on the mixing board now, though.
Turned it off. There we go. Okay, I can hear myself.
Yeah, the mixing board it is.
Is YouTube working? So people in this chat here on YouTube, can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Because I got people saying they got audio now, which is...
Okay. All right, bye. Still got to get the mixing board working.
All right, so, okay. All right, there we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, it's working on YouTube. Everybody's got us on YouTube.
All right, folks, sorry about that. When we go to a new place, there's internet connection issues. You've got school issues. You've got just a new setup and everything. We apologize for that. But, hey, we're on the air for what you guys are wanting to see, and that's a football game. So Monroe's going to come out tonight. They're going to be in the all-black uniforms with red numbers, black helmets, black from head to toe. J.M. Robinson, on the other hand, black pants, white jerseys with the maroon numbers outlined in gold.
Yep.
Monroe is going to have the ball to start the game.
All right.
They're going to get the kick, and I'll say that, bearing any type of fumble or turnover, anything on this. So give a shout out before we start. My brother listening down in Tampa, Florida. He's at the UCF Cincinnati game, but he's listening to this one. So Hank, have a good game and good time there, but we're going to have a good one here in Monroe as well. And here's the kick, and it's going to be a little short kick. It's going to be taken at about the 14-yard line. Gets up the middle now, cuts to the left side, got a little bit of running room out to the 30, and before he's brought down there, so a pickup of about 15 on the play. Zach Melton with the return there, and the Red Hawks will take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And Trey, again, offense, we may see a lot of points, kind of like Pittsburgh, North Carolina last night. Expecting a lot of points in that game. The weather kept that down a little bit, but right now, Monroe going to come up to the line with shotgun formation, and they've got everybody kind of in tight. They've got one wide out to the left, man in motion. Comes set. Back to pass. Got his man. It's going to be incomplete. Kamoni Robinson intended for Joshua Knotts out of the backfield. It's going to be incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It will. As I always like to say, and I don't know if they heard us earlier or not, but the junkyard dogs, that defensive line, David Hobbs, Lorenzo Morgan, and Andrew Jordan, we'll have to see how they come off that line today. And if they can become the force that they always have been throughout this entire season, this should be swaying a little bit in Robinson's favor. But like we said, 2 high-powered offenses.
Here's the offense we kind of expected to see all night. 3 wideouts to the right, single to the left. Robinson shotgun formation again. Now he drops back to pass, deep drop. Looking downfield, he's got his man at the 48. He hauls it in, inside the 40, inside the 30. He's got one man to beat.
10-5, touchdown.
Yeah, Shalik Knotts. Just like that, folks.
Just like
70 yards. We said the offense. Monroe strikes first. 70-yard touchdown pass. And the Red Hawks are on the board just 22 seconds into this game.
Yeah. That is definitely the way you want to start. Shalik Knotts, the senior receiver. He leads the team in receptions. He's their number 1 guy and went to the number 1 guy wearing number 1 and scored the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, so here's the extra point. Angel Valenzuela is going to do the kicking duties for the Red Hawks. Here's the snap, the spot, the kick.
Short.
Is good. Well, I didn't see a signal by the official.
Well, I thought it was short. I didn't think he got there.
Yeah, it was short.
Yeah. It's got a little too much air into that one.
11:38 to go. Monroe Red Hawks strike first. 6-0 over J.M. Robinson. Robinson getting ready for their first possession of the night, folks. And if you're just joining us, you missed you missed the internet connection issues. You missed the first touchdown.
Yeah. It's been quite the night to start off.
The band wasn't even seated yet on the Robinson side.
Yeah, and, they're still filing in.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey. Robinson here, it was quick, but we knew that's the type of game this would be. Both teams are high-powered offenses, and they score extremely fast. And so I'm interested to see if Blue Monroe for the Robinson Bulldogs can lead his team just as fast.
Yeah, not to beat the dead horse, folks, but, man, these offensive teams in high school football right now, years ago, man, they have run off these colleges, and they picked up a lot of this offense.
That they have.
Joshua Porch back to receive for Robinson. And there's the kick, and it's going to be taken into the end zone. In high school rules, any kick into the end zone becomes a touchback, and Robinson will take over on their first possession with a 6-0 deficit. And Robinson last year went to Kings Mountain in a game that we covered with 485 Sports, and Robinson got put in a hole. They had a chance to win that Kings Mountain game. But their first 2 or 3 possessions, they started deep in their territory. They had a block punt, they had a fumble, and then they had and it was just, man, it steamrolled from the beginning. So they've got some work to be done. They want to bounce back after that first round loss last year. So Blue Monroe shotgun formation, looks over to the sideline. Going to get the coach. He's got doubles.
You got twin receivers to the right, Suttles to his right.
Suttles with the hand up off the middle. He's going to fight his way for maybe a yard.
Yeah.
Tough yard there, and Suttles picks up 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah. This is like we said, this is what I like to see. I'm interested to see, because I've heard big things about this Monroe defense, and I want to see if they step up to the challenge.
Yeah, they were challenged early last week with Lincoln, but then took control of things in the second half.
The twin receivers to the left. Monroe looks to his left, has a man.
Screen.
Samari Hughes.
Hughes picks up the first down out across the 30. Spotted at about the 33-yard line. That'll move the chains.
There you go.
Monroe band playing in the end zone to our right. Robinson moving left to right. And the Robinson fans have made their trip down from Concord down 601 and filled the stands on the far side. Here's Monroe with the snap, looking to go deep. Now he's having pressure. He's going to get it away.
He was hit as he threw, just missed his man by about a yard or two. Well, a little bit in front of him, but incomplete pass causing 2nd down. It was good that he got it out of there, but it was even better that he kept it away from any Monroe player.
He threw it into the double coverage, but it had no intention of that being called, just trying to save the sack. So 2nd and 10. J.M. Robinson, 10:35 to go. 485 Sports here. Second round of the North Carolina High School Athletic Playoffs, and we get a stoppage of the clock.
They will run this.
Now they will run the clock.
They took Samari Hughes off the field. It looked to be an issue with his leg or something like that.
Maybe an equipment issue or something.
That's what I would assume. You've got twin receivers to the left. Monroe's going to direct snap, going to take it up the middle.
It picks up.
Rumbling down.
Yeah, at about the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 6.
6 on the play there for Blue Monroe.
Yeah, they're going to call it 5, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. So
I was going to say, the one thing about Blue Monroe is that he's a good quarterback. He's got a good arm, but he's also a very versatile quarterback and really move. in the pocket and just run around. So you got to be on your toes on defense when you go up against Blue Monroe. You've got trips to the left, one receiver right, Suttles to the right of Monroe. They'll look back to the sideline to the coaches.
Coach Robinson for Robinson. That's always easy to remember his name.
Yeah. Monroe looks to his left.
Quick screen. It was almost a lateral. He goes down. That's going to be a loss.
Joshua Porch on the reception there.
So that's going
to
force a 4th down. And Robinson will bring on the kicking unit.
He will punt it away.
Yeah, Shalik Knotts from Monroe, the 6'2", 175-pound senior free safety and wide receiver, who we've called his name already on the touchdown pass, is going to be standing about the 35-yard line to receive the punt.
So good snap. Pressure's coming. That's looked like it got blocked. But
yeah,
it might
I
not
don't know
have.
if that was partially tipped, but
they
it's
got
going
to
to be
get on that one.
Yeah, it's going to roll out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Robinson. So only a 12-yard punt.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was partially tipped or not from our angle here. It's a little tough.
It is tough.
But
that pressure is coming.
Yeah, Monroe, 46-yard line to start their second series. 9:03 to go, 6-0 lead for the Redhawks.
And so here we go for the Redhawks. They're going to have trips to the right, one receiver left. The running back is to the left of, let's see, who's their quarterback? Knotts.
Kamoni Robinson.
Robinson, yeah. And
Got a man on the far side. He catches it about the 45. He's going to be driven out of bounds inside the 45, a pickup of about 2.
Number 8 there on the tackle, Isaiah Herrera for Robinson.
Kamoni Robinson, quick throws out, maybe trying to catch that defense, but he knows that defensive line is stout, and he's probably wanting to get rid of that ball a little quicker than normal with the pass rush coming.
Yeah, definitely indeed. But like I touched on earlier, he's had an amazing season so far. Twin receivers either side. He'll hand off to the running back, cuts it right up the middle, gaining yards, and they're still going. Piles pushing them, and they look like they have the first down.
Yeah, they stopped the clock. That'll signal a first down. That'll move the chains.
It will move the change. Quick, elusive back right through the middle and got the first down.
So first down for the Redhawks. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. 8:10 to go in this high-powered offensive game tonight. Fireworks already on the second play. And Monroe looking to add to that. They send doubles to the right and the left, single setback.
So they will look to the sideline, to the coach for the play. Robinson.
Only Robinson looking, and now they're going
to be
get a delay of game against Monroe. Is not able to get the play called and in time, so that'll cost them 5 yards and do 150, back them up 1st and 15.
Yeah, indeed. And so, I mean, that's kind of a break that Robinson kind of wants. You know, you kind of get that break right there. You're like, all right. And we pushed them back a little bit, but we got to stay on our game. We can't let them get any yards here. They're up by 6. Got to force a punt here. You've got twin receivers either side. Single back set in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He looks to his left, fires left, has a man wide open, caught it, and he dropped it.
Yeah. Intended for Bryce Davis, and there was no one really within 5 yards of Bryce, and a little bit. I mean, it was a catchable ball, but Davis unable to bring it down.
Well,
so that'll make it 2nd and 15.
Definitely. And, you know, the one thing to me, and I saw there is, you know, he went up and got it, had it, but he was trying to make sure to keep his feet in bounds, make sure he stayed in bounds.
I think he had plenty of room, too.
Oh, he did. Yeah. He definitely did. But when you start worrying about other things before actually catching the ball first, it comes in problems. But they'll set up the same again. Twin receivers either side, single back set. Running back to the left of Robinson this time. He'll take the snap, hands off, has a hole.
Nate Crosby to the right side. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe an extra yard, so that'll make it 3rd and long, maybe 3rd and 9 after the spot here.
Yeah.
Beautiful night for football, a little cool, a beautiful setting here in Monroe, the turf field. bright red end zones with Monroe in one end zone, the Red Hawks in the other.
It's very nice.
And the nice emblem at midfield.
Indeed. So a reminder, 6:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Monroe leads 6-0 over the Robinson Bulldogs, 3rd and 9. You've got trips to the left, one receiver right, running back to the right of Robinson. He'll look to his left.
Pressure coming, yeah.
Steps up, eludes a sack, and he's brought down.
Fumble
on the play.
loose, and are they saying he's down? I think the referee is saying he was down before the ball, or before the
that was close.
Tackle.
That's close.
So they're discussing it. It's going to bring up 4th down.
We'll bring up 4th.
Are they going to measure?
Yeah, they will measure it.
Yeah, they will measure. So the officials have called it from this angle. It looks like it's
short.
It's about a yard short. But again, the angle of the chains and from where we are, nothing official. We don't have a yellow line going across the field like they do on television games, which is unofficial anyway. But I would think Monroe is probably going to be in a situation where they go for it. They're going to stretch the chains out, and it's going to be, we're blocked by the official. It's going to be first down.
Yep.
Yeah,
he got
first down.
That was a good job by Robinson to get out of that. Well, Kamani Robinson,
quarterback from Monroe, to get out of the sack.
Yeah, we got quite a few Robinsons tonight. Coach Robinson, Fort Robinson, and Kamoni Robinson on the team for Monroe. As Monroe comes up, already up 6-0, 6:03 to go. Doubles to the right and the left.
Running back is to the left of Robinson and shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off.
There's that defensive line that you talked about in the pregame, Trey.
My junkyard dogs.
Your junkyard dogs making the stop there.
Yeah, stopped him in the backfield. Nate Crosby didn't get too far there for the Red Hawks, but still picked up a little bit. I think he got back to the line, so that's a blessing in disguise for the Red Hawks.
That's 2nd and 10.
It is 5:35 remaining here in the first quarter. 20 seconds remaining on the play clock. It's a bunched up formation here, but twin receivers either side, running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. Will take the snap. He looks to his right. Pressure coming. He fumbled, and it is picked up by the Robinson Bulldogs. They fall on it, and that would be number 10?
Yeah,
yes, number 10. Elias Martinez on the fumble recovery for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs.
So Monroe's drive, after getting excellent field position at the 46, ends at the spotted at the 25.
With 5:16 here.
Yeah, so J.M. Robinson will take over. And folks, want to remind you the Renaissance Festival is still taking place over in the Pauper Tent community off Pauper Tent Road and Davison Highway there in Cabarrus County. Renfest, CarolinaRenfest.com for information. Saturdays and Sundays through November 21st, Carolina Renaissance Festival in Cabarrus County.
Twin receivers either side. Monroe is going to hand off to Suttles. Will bounce off the line. Got about 2 yards on the carry there. So it'll be a 2nd and 8 for the Robinson Bulldogs. 5 minutes now remaining here in the first quarter. Monroe still leads 6-0. Going back to the Renaissance Festival, I went this past weekend. A lot of fun. I enjoy it every time I go.
It is.
Trips to the left, one receiver right. Suttles was on the left of Monroe, now move to his right. Monroe looks back to the sideline in shotgun. He'll take the snap, fakes the handoff to Suttles, tries to go up the middle, got about 2 yards. It looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage there, actually. So didn't get much on the play, but he got back to the line of scrimmage. Will force a 3rd and 8 here. 4:30 remaining here in the first quarter. As they'll hurry up to the line. Twin receivers either side. Suttles to the right of Monroe and shotgun. Looks back over to the sideline. Coach Robinson to find the play call. They're set. Motions porch. Takes the snap. Monroe looks to his right. Has a man over the middle and off the fingertips of Caleb Johnson. Had Johnson over the middle for a slant. Hit the hands just a little bit too far in front of him. Couldn't come up on the play there. So a 4th and 8 for the Robinson Bulldogs here as they'll bring out the punt team with 4:03 remaining here in the first quarter.
So So a couple of quick 3-and-out possessions for Robinson. Not to get anything started yet on the offensive side, but they did force a turnover, so they're only trailing by a touchdown. But we'll see if we can maybe get a better punt here on this second punt of the night for the Bulldogs.
It's a good snap this time. Pressure came again. High kick. No one touched it that time, but it's still kind of low.
Down at
Israel
almost
Dowd.
midfield.
So Israel Dowd caught the punt there, and they'll line it up exactly on the 50.
Hey, let's go to the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard here before we go. So Huff South Mex still 0-0. Myers Park and Glenn no score. Marvin Ridge 10-7 over Weddington. 2 Union County schools going at it.
Yep.
Chambers and Hickory Ridge are fine folks over at 485 Sports covering that game. No score. Porter Ridge 7, Grimsley 0, Cardinal Gibbons 15, Heritage 14, and now back to the action here.
You've got trips receivers to the right, one to the left. Single back formation with a quarterback and shotgun. And the running back to the right of the quarterback. He'll take the snap. He pressures coming. Eludes the sack, going to run, and he'll slide down about at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, there were three middle linebackers there just kind of waiting on him, and good decision there to slide down.
Very smart decision, especially after last time. Didn't really get down, fumbled on the play, but trying to play it safe. You want to score here if you're Monroe.
Hey, the winner of this game gets the winner of the East Surrey and Forbush game. East Surrey, the number 2 seed. Forbush, the number 15 seed. Right now, East Surrey 13-6 over Forbush. That game taking place up in Surrey County, Pilot Mountain. I don't know if Andy and Opie are there or not.
Trips to the right, one receiver left. Quarterback and shotgun takes the snap, looks to his left, has a man, and tried to bring it in, had pressure there. Number 6, A.J. Howard in coverage there for the Robinson Bulldogs. Pass was intended for Bryce Davis. Almost caught it, tried to bring it in with one hand, pin it to his shoulder pads, just couldn't bring it in. So it'll be a 3rd and 7, 3:09 remaining here in the first quarter. Monroe still leads 6-0.
And Trey, I don't know about you, but there's only been 6 points scored in this first quarter, but there's been some good action. I mean, I know Robinson had 3 and out twice, but Monroe's moved the ball, had to fumble, but struck on the second play of the game. But still a lot of time left.
Lots of time. They'll motion to the right, making it twin receivers either side. Quarterback looks to his right, has a man, caught it. Evades the pressure. There he goes up the sideline.
You're going to
tiptoeing down.
You're going to mark him. Enough of the first down there. That'll move the chains.
We'll move the chains. Ball now down to Robinson's 38. And so it'll be a first down for the Monroe Redhawks with 3:02 remaining here in the first quarter.
Trey Betler, Perry Gabriel here on 485 Sports. Second round North Carolina High School playoffs. And right now, you lose, you go home.
That is true. You've got twin receivers right, one to the left, have a fullback in, handoff, and immediately met at the line.
Yeah, making that tackle is going to be,
see here,
56, it looks like, for 52.
52 for the Bulldogs. That would be Andrew Jordan. One of the big 3 right there on that defensive line.
2nd and 10.
2:35 remaining here in the first quarter. It's a 2nd and 10 for the Monroe Redhawks.
Coach Johnny Sowell, Coach Darius Robinson for Robinson.
Twin receivers either side, single back. He'll motion to the right side, making it trips to the left. Quarterbacks and shotgun.
Pressure coming, ball's up for grabs.
For anybody. And the flag is thrown on the play. It was knocked down by A.J. Howard there in pressure, but it looks like, I'm assuming it'll be a defensive pass interference here. But we will have to.
They're bringing the ball all the way back. Let's see.
Let's see what they say here. To me, it looked like a DPI, but I'm not entirely sure. Perry, you were the referee here with the experience.
Yeah, it's going to go against the defense.
Yeah. So with 2:15 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they haven't marked the penalty off yet.
There we go. There they go. So 2:15 remaining here. Ball's going to be placed.
And folks, I know if you ever watch the officials, you get one official that marks the ball off. One official marks it off with him on the far side to make sure they do the right 5, 10, 15 yards, whatever the penalty is. The other official stays at the original spot just to make sure there's no confusion if something happens. Quick handoff into the middle of the line, maybe a pickup of 2 or 3.
And so it'll be a 2nd and 8. We are down to 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Monroe Redhawks still lead 6-0 as they are into the red zone.
Pizza Hut red zone.
And indeed.
Order your Pizza Hut pizza, your wings, cinnamon sticks, all that good stuff. It'll be there before you know it. PizzaHut.com.
Trips to the left, one receiver right, takes the snap, looking left, pressure coming. He'll roll to his right, and he is dragged down on the play. David Hobbs on the tackle there. Oh, it was a sack.
And Hobbs, big 6'6".
6'6".
240-pound, plays tight end on offense.
Defensive lineman, they might look for a horse collar.
There's a penalty
here.
flag on the play. I don't think that came from the official. I think it's going to be holding against Monroe. That's the preliminary indication as the referee looked over to the coach. Yeah, it's going to be holding against Monroe. They're going to decline it and not give this Monroe offense any more offensive plays than they need. So they're going to make it 3rd and about 16. Ball's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. Minute 26 to go here.
So a 3rd and 16, 1 minute, 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Ball on Robinson's 30 for the Monroe Redhawks. They've got twin receivers either side, running back to the left of the quarterback in shotgun. He'll take the snap, fakes the toss, runs up the middle. Got it. Here he goes.
And more. He's going to get.
He got the first down on the play.
He's going to get down to almost the 10, maybe the 11 is where they're going to spot it. Picks up the first down from our angle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
hate this angle.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
But, we appreciate the hospitality here. Tim Niedermeyer, the AD here. So, first down.
We really do.
Inside 15, about the 11-yard lines where they're going to spot it. 45 seconds to go first quarter. Monroe looking to add to the 6-0 lead they have already.
You're going to have trips to the left, one receiver right, the running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to his left, has a man, fired, caught, touchdown!
Guess who? Shalik Knox.
Shalik Knox. Second one of the day for Shalik Knox. And the Monroe Redhawks take a 12-0 lead with 27 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Great throw, great catch. Came down with it. It's a heck of a play. And so Shalik Knox takes his second touchdown of the day, and Kamani Robinson gets his second touchdown pass of the day. And it looks like they will go for 2 here. So the Monroe Redhawks will go for 2, trying to make it a 2-score game, even though it already is a 2-score game, but get back to the regular point if they kicked 2 extra points and got them to get it 14-0. 27 seconds remaining here in the first, as I said. You're going to have one receiver to the left. Robinson's going to fake the handoff. He rolls to his right, looking for a man, fires an incomplete pass. So he rolled out to the right, looking for a man. He's trying to argue here for pass interference, but they're not going to get it. And so Monroe Redhawks will kick it back off to the Robinson Bulldogs, but with 27 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Monroe leads 12-0 over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs.
Yeah, so we'll go back to the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, give you an update on, and as we do that, the app collapses on us.
See what we can get.
Then one of the issues we run into, you've got so many people here, and they're all hooking into Wi-Fi networks and everything, and it just sometimes it slows it up.
Yeah.
But
I'll try to get it too.
Yeah, we'll get those scores to you here. Cuthbertson 14, Lake Norman 7 as it comes back up. Charlotte Christian 7, Providence 0. Kings Mountain 7, West Charlotte 0. Salisbury leads Bunker Hill 21-0. That's the opposite side of the bracket on the 2A side, with Maiden and West Lincoln being the other two. That's the 4 teams on the opposite side of the bracket. No score on the Maiden game at this point, as the kick is going to go, and
It's a
going
booming
to be
kick.
taken into the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the.
Soto's wanting to run that one back so bad, but with high school rules here, it goes in the end zone. It's automatic touchback.
Our 485 Sports crew up in Morganton at High Brighton. High Brighton leads the Concord Spiders 7-0. West Rowan 3-0 over Crest. And the 3A and Huff over South Meck 21-0 scores here on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard.
So here we go. J.M. Robinson gonna take their time here. They try to get some points on the board here. 27 seconds remaining here in the first. They're going to get twin receivers to the right, a tight end on the left side. It's like number 6. A.J. Howard was in the backfield. Now it's trips to the right. Monroe stands alone. Pressure's coming, trying to get out of there, and he is going to be sacked on the play.
A loss of about 3 or 4, and that should bring us to the end of the first quarter.
It should. And so as seconds tick down in this first quarter, Blue Monroe was sacked there, tried to escape, couldn't do it. Too many Red Hawks swarmed him. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Monroe Red Hawks lead 12-0 heading into the second quarter. It's a great first quarter for the Red Hawks. We'll see if they can keep it up. Robinson wanting to kind of change the momentum here as they head into the second quarter.
Yeah. You're listening to 485 Sports here, Gabriel Trey Betler, and I also want to give us a shout out to our sponsors, the Independent Tribune, best high school sports coverage in and around Cabarrus County, independenttribune.com. Also, Ben Minot Chevrolet, shop, click, and drive. Pick your vehicle, shop online, finance it online. They'll deliver it to you if you need them to. That's benminot.com. Our halftime show will be sponsored by benminot.com. And also the Southern Christmas Show coming up in Charlotte here in a few weeks. Southern Christmas Show back at the Park Center in Charlotte. You can go to Southern Christmas Show and get all the information on times and dates. But it's good to have those events back in and around the area here as everything's kind of been different for the last year and a half. But it's good to see packed house here tonight. The Monroe stand's not as packed as the Robinson, I don't think. I think Robson's probably got more people here tonight than Monroe. So
it sure seems like.
Yeah, right now Monroe's got the advantage on the scoreboard. That's what matters.
That is very true. Hobbs will be in motion as he'll go to the right side. Monroe takes the snap. He hands it off, and he is met immediately at the line. Wasn't Suttles, I'm assuming. It's A.J. Howard, and
loss of 2.
It was. So A.J. Howard on the carry there, loss of 2 for the Bulldogs. 11:40 remaining here in the second quarter. Monroe leads 12-0. It'll be a 3rd and 14. Ball on their own 16. Twin receivers to the right. No receivers left. Monroe's going to fire deep. And it is incomplete.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball of 50 yards. Great coverage by the Monroe defender.
Was number 7 there.
Step for step.
Josiah Knotts. Step by step with the Robinson receiver. Great coverage and forced an incompletion. It'll be 4th and 14 for the Robinson Bulldogs, and it looks to me like they will punt this ball away. So we will see.
Yeah, they're going to punt it away, but they've got to get some more distance on this kick.
Well, as you can see, and you guys listening cannot see, but as Perry and I can see here, the returners for Monroe are standing at the 45. That ball takes a big, giant bounce. He'll catch it off the bounce. He's going to try to run it outside.
Gets around the corner and stumbles.
Turf monster.
So from the 47 down to, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 37. So that's going to be a pickup of 16. And I don't know, like I said, the distance on these punts right now for Robinson is an issue.
It is an issue.
And I don't know if this is the same punter that we have seen all year.
I don't think so.
I don't recall it being a left for the kicker
either.
But sometimes
we could
I
be
don't
wrong.
focus on those details.
Correct.
But right now, 1st and 10, Monroe, 38-yard line.
Yeah, we will.
You've got twin receivers either side, a single back formation with the running back to the right of Robinson, who is in shotgun. They look over to the sideline, have the play call. Running back will move to the left side of Robinson now. He'll take the snap, he'll hand it off. Cuts up the middle, shaking tacklers, juking by and stumbling down to the 20-yard line.
Nate Crosby with the pickup, 38 down to the 20, pickup of 18 yards for Crosby. And Pizza Hut Red Zone. PizzaHut.com. Order your pizza, order your wings. It'll be there before you know it. That's PizzaHut.com.
So a first down for the Monroe Redhawks. They'll bunch this one up here. With Robinson will hand off
Crosby again. This time nowhere to go.
As he just got back to the line. A loss of 1 on the play there. So it'll be a 2nd and 11 with 10:35 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we mentioned the other bracket on the opposite side of the 2A is the winner here gets Forbes East Surrey. Maiden out to a 20-0 lead over West Lincoln.
Let's see. Monroe's going to bunch it up again. Crosby to the right. He'll take the snap. He looks, fires to the end zone. Man wide open, and it is caught, and it is a touchdown. Kind of tiptoeing into the back of the end zone, had the man wide open, kept his feet in, and the Monroe Redhawks take an 18-0 lead over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Great throw, great catch.
Robinson's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. He's got 111 yards just on touchdown passes. And Robinson now trails 18-0.
I'm going to say that explains his stats for the year when he was 100 passes of 153 for 1,727 yards. So he's had a great year, can really sling the ball, and he's really showing it tonight.
Extra point is good. That makes it 19-0 just 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Monroe right now, all Monroe.
It is all Monroe, and that was the one thing we talked about earlier. We wanted to see if this were to happen to the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs, how are they going to be able to respond? Because as you and I have seen this year, they never have really been challenged. They've never gotten down. And if they have, it's been a 1 touchdown or a field goal between them.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Darius Robinson can do with this Bulldog offense. If he can somehow get them going and get them back in this game right now. Still a lot of time left, but right now, no answer for Monroe offensively.
None at all. But the Monroe Redhawks will kick this ball away with 10:09 remaining here in the second quarter. You've got Suttles and A.J. Howard back to return for the Bulldogs. Kick is off. Another booming kick. That'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Kicker showing me he's got some power. Haven't seen a lot of kicks this year that have gone through the end zone. So it's a blessing in disguise for Monroe. No chance of running it back for a touchdown on them. And so the Robinson Bulldogs will set up shop in their own territory on their own 20. It is
even if they don't score on this drive, you've got to move the ball.
You have to.
Monroe's got excellent field position on their last 2 possessions on those touchdowns. And 46-yard line, and then the roughly less than 50 yards to drive, and an offense that high powered, that's not a lot.
Not at all. Monroe's going to take a direct snap. Has a block. There he goes. Trucking over. Monroe got the first down.
Moves the change to.
Woo. It's quite the hit delivered by Blue Monroe to Shalik Knotts.
Hey, I give a shout out to the Monroe concession stand. I had a hot dog before the game tonight.
Very good.
It's one of the best hot dogs.
Yeah.
One of the best hot dogs I've eaten all year.
Oh, I agree.
And I'm going to tell you, dude, I've been to a lot of high school concession stands over the years. That was one of the best.
Yeah. Trips to the right. He'll pitch it off. Hobbs fumbled, picked it back up, and ran.
Yeah.
Has the first down.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's.
Yeah, if that was a pitch, that's a forward pass.
Yeah.
That should be incomplete.
Yeah, that's what I.
That's the old shuffle pass that you see the Dallas Cowboys years ago. They kind of made that, kind of an inside shuffle where the running backs cut it across behind the offensive line. And if it was a pass, it makes it incomplete. Well, now the referees are going to talk about it. Was it a shuffle
like
pass? Yeah.
It looked like a forward pass, in my opinion. But, I mean, Monroe took the snap, rolled to his left, kind of forward shuttle pass to Hobbs.
Yeah, and Hobbs dropped it. It picked right back up. Bounced right back up to him. Lucky for him.
Those long limbs, when you're 6'6", you kind of have a little bit of an advantage to get that football.
But I don't think they're going to let that one stand based on what we got here.
Yeah, it should be incomplete pass.
That's what it should be. 9:35 remaining here in the second quarter. Monroe leads 19-0 over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. Referees still talking this one out. And so.
Oh, they're going to get a penalty.
Yeah, a penalty on the Robinson Bulldogs. So nonetheless,
they weren't even discussing the.
They weren't. They were not discussing the forward pass or the shuttle pass. Whatever ended up happening, they were discussing was it delay of game or a false start?
Yeah, now they are talking to Coach Sowell on the sideline. They're still discussing. Yeah, and the referee's coming over, and one of the assistant coaches was just kind of had the referee's hand up, telling the assistant coach to back up, and another assistant coach had to back him up. So they're not happy with something on the Monroe sideline.
Yes, they are obviously not happy right now.
But where the ball is, so they're going to do illegal procedure against Robinson.
Yep.
So that will back them up. Yeah, and they're
Break.
going back to the original line of scrimmage. So it was an incomplete pass. Yep. I think the officials have gotten that right. They just did not tell us.
Yeah.
Did not give any signal or anything that it was incomplete. But that'll back the Robinson Bulldogs up to the 25-yard line and make it 1st and 15. If that would have been a running play, it would, but now they're going to start the clock, 9:33 and counting.
You'll have twin receivers either side. Monroe in shotgun. Has it to Hobbs. Screen pass. Referee in the way, trying to run through the referee. And Shalik Knotts going to take Hobbs down. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. Picked up about 4 yards after that, so it'll be a 2nd
and 7.
7, yes. 9:05 remaining here in the second quarter. You've got twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Hobbs in at tight end. Howard motions out to the left side. Monroe over the middle, has a man, and incomplete. Looking for Joshua Porch is what it looks like. Yep. Monroe looked for Joshua Porch there, kind of just overthrew him a little bit and couldn't hit him. It'll be a 3rd and 7 here for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs with 8:49 remaining in the second quarter. Ball in their own 33-yard line with 20 seconds remaining on the play clock. We'll step up to the line with one tight end on the right side, twin receivers to the right, and one receiver left. Single back, Monroe in shotgun. He'll take the snap, fakes the handoff, runs right up the middle, and is met at the line, swarmed and pounced on by the Red Hawks.
That's going to force 4th down. Almost looked like he had face mask from this angle, but may have been.
I agree.
Yeah, we're a little far away here. So that's going to force another punt.
They didn't really
for
move
the
ball
Bulldogs
either. It's a tough break for the Bulldogs right there. The clock's running, 8:20 remaining here in the second quarter. So we'll see what happens here. High snap, pressure coming. It's one of the better punts we've seen tonight, fielded, and is immediately taken down. Even Hobbs there, and Israel down on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
So Monroe will take over at 44-yard line, leading 19-0, 8:03 to go here on 485 Sports. 485 Sports crew will be in Laurinburg tomorrow, down at as Laurinburg takes on Faulkner University in NAIA Division III football, final game of the season for the St. Andrews Knights. They'll look to win their second game of the season. James Mellick, James Alverson, and myself will be doing the play-by-play tomorrow.
One receiver either side. Robinson takes the snap, looks to his left, fires, has a man, caught! And what a catch, in all honesty.
I'm going to tell you why that was a good catch, too, folks. He had the receiver pretty much, he was wearing the receiver's defender on his back. They got away without a penalty, but it moves the chains.
Bryce Davis made the reception there. He's made a few catches tonight. They're just great plays by Bryce Davis. As they'll line up again in a bunched up formation. They've got twin receivers either side.
Defensive line switches.
Crosby's in the backfield. They'll hand off to Crosby. He'll cut through the line.
I tell you what, Crosby is so quick getting
quick
to the line.
He is.
Ball comes loose. A couple players scramble for it, but it's down. But yeah, I mean he is full speed when he gets the ball. He's to the line, and Robinson hands it off to him, and he hits the hole pretty quick.
He sure does. He sure does. And that's one advantage I've seen so far tonight is just the speed that Crosby hits that hole has gotten an extra 5 yards on the play each time.
2nd and 4.
Robinson looks to his left.
Pressure coming.
Deep ball. Has him. Touchdown. Shalik Knotts. Again on the play there. So this is his third.
4 touchdown passes.
4 touchdown passes for Kamani Robinson. And Shalik Knotts has his 3rd touchdown of the day. So Monroe takes a 25-0 lead over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs with 6:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Extra point try on the way. And it's a fake direct snap to the holder. He'll try to run it to the outside, and it's tackled down by number 6, A.J. Howard. So they went for 2 on the fake field goal, didn't get it. And so Monroe Redhawks still lead 25-0 over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs with 6:47 remaining here in the second quarter. This is just, I have been surprised so far from Robinson. Yeah, something's gotta happen at halftime because this is not looking well for him at the moment.
Yeah. 1 first down, I think that's what they have right now unofficially.
It's 1 first down in the entire game for J.M. Robinson. Otherwise, it's been a 3 and out, and they punt. And that is not like the Robinson that I have seen all season. But we will just have to continue to see what Coach Robinson does with his Bulldogs here. And so Monroe will kick off. 6:47 remaining here in the second quarter.
Stay tuned for halftime. Ben Minot Shop Click and Drive halftime report. We'll get you updated on some scores and talk about the playoff statewide matchups that are going on across the state and give you our thoughts on the first half and what to expect in the second half.
Suttles and Howard back to return for the Bulldogs. Another booming kick, and that one will sail into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Robinson Bulldogs will take over on their own 20-yard line here with 6:47 remaining in the second quarter. Perry, what do you tell the Bulldogs here?
Get something positive. Again, we've watched them strike fast.
We have.
But they haven't been. This is a place, part of the football game they haven't been in this year.
Yeah.
In the conference they're in.
conference they are in is a little weak at the moment. A lot of the teams are rebuilding as rezoning happens throughout Cabarrus County. Keep you updated here. Monroe's going to fake the handoff. He'll run up the middle. Gain of about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be a 2nd and 5 on this next play here. Clock running with 6:35 remaining now in the second quarter. Good little first play to start as they look to be trying to move with a little bit of power this time as they try to force this ball in. You're going to have twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Suttles the running back. Moshe will fire to Suttles. Has it up the sideline. There he goes down the sideline to the 40. And they mark him out of bounds.
Yeah, I did not hear the whistle. Great job there by the Monroe defender that laid off of Suttles. He stayed in bounds about 10 yards after he stepped out of bounds, and the Monroe defender really had a clear shot at him to knock him out of bounds even further. But they're going to mark him down at the 40.
Hey, that'll move the chains.
That'll
for
move
the
the chains for the Bulldogs. That's what they need right now.
That's exactly what they need. Twin receivers to the right, Suttles to the left of Monroe, and shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to his right, fires, has a man open. Samarian Hughes going to run up the sideline, and they will mark him out of bounds, short of the first down, about 2 yards short, and so it'll be a 2nd and 2 on the play here for J.M. Robinson. 6:10 remaining here in the second quarter. Hughes ran out of bounds, which stops the clock.
2nd and short. Robinson looking across midfield for the first time tonight.
Twin receivers right, one tight end. Monroe's going to take a direct snap. He'll run up the middle, bouncing off a man, and it is thrust across the first down line by a Monroe defender, but nonetheless, J.M. Robinson first down.
First down, now they're in territory and getting something positive here. They do get the ball to start the second half.
They do.
So if they can score here, hold Monroe,
you got to get something.
And take that opening possession of the second half and do something with it. Like I said, they're not out of it.
They are definitely not out of it.
But they do have an uphill climb.
They really do, but you can never count anybody out. There's a lot of football to play. You've got one receiver to the right, twins to the left. He'll hand off to Suttles, cuts up the middle, has a hole. There he goes to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown, J.M. Robinson.
Suttles, 46 yards.
So William Suttles is going to break the scoring.
Will break open the score for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. You said 46?
46 yard.
46-yard touchdown run.
I do not see any penalty flags.
I don't either, so J.M. Robinson's going to get on the board here.
And scoring that quick, here's another alternative to getting back in this ball game.
Yeah.
5:35 to go. If they can stop Monroe and get another score and turn that into a 2-for-1 for you never know. I mean,
you do never know.
They're not giving up, that's for sure.
They definitely are not. But the extra point was good, and so the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs scored a touchdown. However, they still trail with 5:35 remaining here in the second quarter, 25-7 behind the Monroe Redhawks. Like we said earlier, beautiful stadium here, and just a great night for football. A little chilly, but a great night.
Shout out to our sponsors again, Cannon Pharmacy, sponsor of our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, which will be coming up at halftime on the Ben Minot Shop, Click and Drive halftime show. Shop range for financing online, click online. Man, they got it all. You can shop online and do it all, benminot.com. Independent Tribune, a proud sponsor, best high school sports coverage in the area. Pizza Hut, the proud sponsor of our Inside the 20, and Ben Suttles got inside the 20 and kept going on that play there for Robinson.
He sure did. So 5:35 remaining here in the second quarter, and the Robinson Bulldogs will kick this ball away. Send it back to the Monroe Redhawks. Kickoff, good kick, going deep. And they will return this ball, taking out the 5-yard line. He'll cross the 15, crosses the 20, and he is wrapped up and swarmed by some Bulldogs there.
So there's the stop. There's the stop on the kick. Monroe's going to start at 20-yard line. They're obviously deepest, worst
deepest
territory that they've had all night long.
That is true.
So Robinson Bulldogs is going to try to get something on the defensive end as the offense has picked it up with the scoring touchdown. They still trail 25-7, 3 touchdowns, but like we keep saying, folks, a lot of time left.
There's a lot of time and a lot of football still to play. We have an entire second half to play. But momentum was starting to go towards J.M. Robinson on that last drive. We'll see if they can keep it up. You've got trips to the right, one receiver left. Robinson's in shotgun for the Red Hawks. He'll take the snap, looks to his left, back to his right. Has Crosby, shakes one defender, jukes out another, crossing the 20, 25, and he is down to the 28-yard line. Tackled down by number 8 on the play, Isaiah Herrera.
We talked about how quick Crosby was, and on that play he was more of a fullback as he just lowered his head after he got the ball. Looked like he was going to be stopped short of a couple-yard gain and then just got all the way out to the 29. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. They go quick.
Handoff, crossing the 40, cross the 50. Crosby crossed the other 40 and down.
Inside the 35-yard line.
Looks to be
44-yard pickup on that play.
There's a penalty on the play.
There's a penalty flag on the back side here. Let's see what the
run on the play
indication is as the referees continue to move. Give me illegal participation on Robinson. 12 men on the field. I don't know if someone substituted and didn't get off in time or if they played for 12. Normally they'll stop it if there's 12 on the field. So I'm going to assume someone didn't get off in time. So Monroe.
Yeah, that's what you have to assume.
Looking to answer the Robinson touchdown.
They'll bunch it up again.
Quick go at it. The Robinson defense barely set.
Crosby's taken down. Got 2 yards on the play there for the Red Hawks. So it'll be a 2nd and 8. Time running down here. We have 4:25 remaining here in the second quarter. Monroe still leads 25-7 over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs.
Robinson defense been on the field quite a bit.
They have. 4:05 now remaining. 15 seconds on the play clock. Down to 10. They bunch it up. Twin receivers to the right and left. Running back to the left of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. Pressure coming. He'll roll to his right, and he'll run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. As he will lose about a yard on the play. And so it'll now be a 3rd and 10. So a loss of 2 on the play, 3:51 remaining here in the second quarter. Got 15 seconds remaining here on the play clock. And they'll continue to bunch it up with twin receivers either side, a single back formation. They'll move one receiver to the right side now, as we'll go trips to the right, one to the left. Fakes the handoff and is going to run it to the back, a reverse on the play. Slips and is
Robinson did real good to recover on that. He had plenty of room on the far side to get around the corner, but Robinson recovered real well, and that's going to force 4th down. But I would think that Monroe's probably going to go for this, being that they are in that area of high school football where field goals are very minimal.
Yes.
Ball spotted at the 33. That would make it a 50-yard field goal.
Would make it, and that's a little far for high school, but I have seen it done before, so you never want to count it out. You're going to have trips to the right, one receiver left, running back to the right of Robinson. He'll look to his left, back to his right, steps up, running through. He slides down, but he is short.
Yeah, he slid down, kind of twofold there. He slid down not to take the hit, didn't realize he didn't have enough for the first down.
Yeah.
And that's going to turn the ball over. So Robinson's going to get the ball back. So let's set this final 3 minutes. 2:55 to go, Trey.
Correct.
They scored on that last possession. They got some offensive plays. They got some positive yardage, and Suttles breaks for the 46-yard touchdown run. If they can score here, that cuts that lead
to 1 touchdown.
To 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And they get the ball to start the third quarter. And, adjustments at halftime.
Yeah.
You never know. We saw Pittsburgh last night with a great first quarter against the Tar Heels.
We did.
And then nothing else the rest of the game. So Robinson here, Blue Monroe with them up to the line.
We will have to see what happens here. Suttles is going to go behind Monroe in shotgun. You've got twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Hobbs, tight end, in motion to the right. They'll hand off to Suttles, up the middle, got about a yard on the play. So it'll be a 2nd and 9 with 2:45 remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's give another shout out to my brother tonight down in Sarasota, Florida, Tampa area, listening in, attending the UCF Cincinnati game.
Nice.
But also listening in on us. I appreciate you listening. And we'll see you over the holidays.
There you go. You can give a shout out. Give a shout out to my girlfriend watching. Hi, Sierra. How you doing? But
Robinson
Samarian
completes the pass. Hughes going to pick up the first down and more.
Good fight by Samarian Hughes. Got through the defender.
Well, they're going to mark him short of the first down.
Ooh, they are. So it'll be a yard short.
From here, he was still on his feet moving, but it's hard for us to see where they stepped out of bounds.
On that far side of the field there. Just a little hard, but it'll be a 3rd and 1, it looks like, with 2:16 remaining here in the second quarter. And so they'll bunch it up here. Monroe fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Has a wide open hole.
First down and more.
Stumbling down. He gets to midfield. And so they will mark him down at midfield here.
That'll stop the clock, move the chains. Once the chains get set, the referee will
blow that whistle, and we'll keep moving here in this
signal the clock
quarter.
to move. And a penalty flag. That's going to be a sideline warning
on Robinson, I would assume, if they threw it from that side.
Porter Ridge 20-14 over Grimsley, as our folks here from the Monroe Inquirer-Journal keeping us up to date on those scores. So they've got 7 of their Union County teams still playing. Marvin Ridge, Porter Ridge, Forest Hills, Monroe,
Concord.
Can't remember who the other ones were. Concord, High-Brighton tonight. Cabarrus County Schools.
Yeah.
Right now, 2 are trailing 1. We don't have a score on yet. There's a handoff to Suttles, right side. Not a lot of running room.
Got about 4 yards on the plate there. 1:50 remaining here as the clock continues to wind down for the Bulldogs. As I have an update here on the Concord game, they're at halftime. High-Brighton is leading 21-7 at the half over the Concord Spiders.
We'll have that score and others coming up on the Mid-Minded Shop, Click, and Drive halftime show here in a couple of minutes. We've still got a minute and a half here. Robinson looking to score.
Monroe tripped up on the play. They'll give him about 3 yards and a timeout by the Bulldogs here with 1:23 remaining in the second quarter.
So recap this first half. We'll do it at halftime, but right now Monroe jumped off 4 touchdowns, jumped up 25-0 lead, and Robinson just answered on their last possession, and then they got a stop on a 4th down, and they've got the ball. This 45-yard line facing a 3rd and 5. You got to think 2-down territory here, Trey. This definitely late in the half to see if they can't punch something in and get some momentum going into the second half here as the folks here in Monroe are bundled up. It's a little chill in the air depending on what your feel for temperature is. It could be perfect for some.
You know, I just want to point this out. On the Monroe roster here, number 15, we have LeBron James on the field. So taking a night off from the Lakers, come join Monroe. Come play down here.
Give a shout out to Mark Clemens, 485 Sports, for setting us up. We got a crew up at High-Brighton, Von Cannon and Chris Hudson, and then Mark and James Mellick over at Hickory Ridge with the Hickory Ridge and Chambers game. And Trey Betler and myself here at Monroe making a trip down from Concord. And I just work in the shadows of J.M. Robinson High School. And
West Cabarrus for me.
Coming down, I got behind some buses as I left straight from work.
I did too.
That's not a good thing on a 2-lane road.
No. You've got twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Suttles behind Monroe in shotgun. They'll motion for Howard across the middle, going over to the right side.
Single coverage on the side over here.
Suttles will go to the right. Pressure coming, evades the sack, throws it away, and it is caught.
Hobbs.
David Hobbs came back to the ball, got it. Robinson's going to hurry up to the line here.
First down. What a play there by Blue Edwards.
Blue Monroe there with a
Blue Monroe. I knew I'd do that tonight.
Yeah, Monroe, just a great job getting away. He was blindsided and somehow escaped. Twin receivers to the right. They're going to hand off to Suttle. So hit the hole, escaping. 20 to the 10, down to the 5, and he's not.
Another first down. That'll stop the clock. Still plenty of time. No need to rush right now.
Not at all.
As they're going to send in a couple of extra offensive linemen, it looks like, coming in from the side.
Yeah.
As the big boys are coming in, the beef, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
here comes the meat.
Robinson, 55 seconds. Still plenty of time.
Lots of time here. 50
They've got timeouts
seconds.
left.
50 seconds here.
I would think a timeout after this play if they don't score.
They would assume so
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
one man short.
They are a man short.
Yeah, they're going to call timeout now. So they've wasted
20.
about 15 seconds there with someone not being on the field. But
Silly mistake.
they still got time. With
do.
one timeout, you run a play here, maybe call 2 plays in the huddle, come back, run a quick play. If they don't score on those 2, it's going to be 4th down or 3rd down, and then you pretty much go for it to run the half out if they don't get it in before then. So we'll see what they do.
We definitely have to see.
On this play right now. Anyway, while we got a timeout here, I'm going to mention it's a halftime. I'll go ahead and do it now. J.M. Robinson Band in attendance tonight, and they will be leaving for Hawaii. I don't know the exact date, somewhere around that first week or so of December. They'll be participating in the Memorial Day Parade over in Hawaii. They were selected after winning some regional competition. You can go to the school website, J.M. Robinson. Just Google J.M. Robinson High School, Cabarrus County School System. They've got information on there.
Really cool.
I mean, they had to raise money, the kids, airfare and everything. But if you want to give to that cause and help them out, do it. They are a great band. We're back to action here. We'll go back more on that later.
Bunch it up. A.J. Howard. Blue Monroe's going to take the snap. He'll run it in, and a touchdown. J.M. Robinson. Blue Monroe, senior quarterback, took the direct snap and ran it in for a touchdown. So the Robinson Bulldogs now trail 25-13 with 35 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, so Robinson has picked it up.
They have.
They're going to get the ball to start the second half. Now, we saw Monroe strike quick. Still got 30-some seconds in this second period here. But
it's kind of like giving the ball to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Still a lot of time. That's a lot of time for Aaron Rodgers.
That hurts coming from a Cleveland Browns fan.
I know. It really does.
You didn't say Baker Mayfield. That shows how much confidence you have in him. There's a 2-point conversion.
Monroe's going to take a direct
Same
snap
play
again,
scored on.
and he got in. So it is 15-25, 10-point game going in to halftime here, but we still have 35 seconds to play here in the second quarter. But Monroe now leads 25-15 with 35 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The exact same play twice. Blue Monroe to the direct snap, ran behind the blockers, had to open lane, and got in. That's a play for success so far tonight for Robinson. You know, what I've seen so far is that they have run the ball really well, and that's how they're scoring. I mean, we saw that with Suttles, and we just saw it with Monroe. But I'd say continue to run the football, because it's exactly what I'm seeing as their gateway to success for the second half. But we will talk more about that coming up in just 35 seconds.
Yeah, 35 seconds to go. Defense needs a stop here.
They do.
I don't know if Monroe's going to try to score or just run the clock off and go to the half and regroup.
Your best guess is as good as mine. Shorter kick will be fielded at the 10. Take it to the 15, crosses the 20, across the 25, across the 30, and he's tackled down about the 32-yard line. So 29 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Right before half, they will start on the 32, their own 32. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Monroe Redhawks.
Let's see what they do with this.
And so we will see here. Looks like they'll run a play here. They're going to have trips receivers to the right, one to the left. Quarterback and shotgun with Crosby in at running back. He'll roll to his right, has a man up the sideline. Cuts back to the 50. Monroe will tackle him out of bounds, and that actually was Elliott Reed on the on the reception there as he ran up the sideline. It was a good blocking by Crosby there. And so 20
Monroe's got time now.
He does.
As they got out of bounds to stop the clock. So 20 seconds to go. So Robinson desperately needs to stop here to keep that momentum they have. But their work's going to be cut out for them.
It sure will be. 20 seconds remain here in the second quarter. You've got trips to the left, one receiver right. Kamani Robinson in shotgun for the Red Hawks. He'll take the snap, fakes the handoff, has a man to his left side, and it is caught. It is caught by, guess who? Shalik Knotts. Caught
21-yard line. First down. First down is not important.
15 seconds remain. He got out of bounds too. So twin receivers to the right. He'll roll to his right. Has a man open, and it is caught.
Shalik Knotts.
Shalik Knotts.
Touchdown, no flags.
And so Monroe Red Hawks take a 31-15 lead in the second quarter here with 11 seconds to go. Shalik Knotts, the 6'2 senior wide receiver, his fourth of the day.
170 yards just on touchdown passes tonight.
Oh, yeah. Big night for Kamani Robinson for Monroe. Snap was good, hold was good, and the kick was good for the extra point. And so the Monroe Red Hawks lead 32-15 with 11 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's just really deflates Robinson right there. They had come back to make this pretty much a two-score game, picked up the momentum, 25-15, and then I said it as soon as I looked up and saw 38. When the clock was running, I said there's still plenty of time. They can run a couple of plays and score, and run as much time. And then they got the penalty for not having the player on the field, Robinson deflated right there, giving up that touchdown late in the half. And so they've got 11 seconds, but we'll see unless they get a good run back here. We'll see if they just go to the half, regroup, trailing by 17.
That's what I suggest. I suggest just take it to the half and let's get ready for another half of football. But I am not the coach here. I am in the broadcast booth talking about the game. And so we will see what Coach Robinson does for his Bulldogs.
We saw Joshua Porch last week take one back 70-plus yards.
He did. This ball.
They're going to let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, they blew it dead. So the kick was blown dead.
It's going to be an offside on Monroe. That'll back them up. So that'll give you a couple extra yards here.
So they have a shot to run it back now, depending on how far the kicker will kick it. He's been kicking it through the end zone all night so far. So we will just have to see.
We finished with talking about the Jay Robinson band as we get ready to line the ball back up. But they're going to Hawaii. They are leaving somewhere around the first week of December. I'm not sure the exact dates, and I apologize for that.
3rd.
But if you go to the school website, there's ways on there that you can donate money and help those kids. They're a couple of weeks away from going, but expenses are going to be there. They're going to be able to do some sightseeing as well. But, and I say that for a couple of reasons. One, financially, they need help. They're just as important part of that school as the football team and athletic teams.
Correct.
And two, they're
a great band.
Yeah, it's a great band, man. They have participated in the Veterans Day event the other day on Thursday, yesterday. Yeah. And a great band. So if you can help them out, go to the website and let them know that you can.
Yeah. One of my great friends, Isabel Jones, the drum major over there for the band. Really excited for that trip. But A.J. Howard will take it, crosses the 20, crosses the 30.
He's got some room. He gets out to the 40, Trey, and that's exactly what we just talked about.
Exactly.
Being able to get a good field position. You got 5 seconds, throw it deep. The worst case scenario is intercepted. You tackle them, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Or it's incomplete.
Well,
or touchdown.
Well, exactly. And, you know, the thing is, Monroe can sling it, and that's the thing. He can throw that pass, so it's a matter of will they go for that play or not.
Yeah,
Looks like they might.
Yeah.
Samarian Hughes.
You better be prepared on defense, though, if you do throw an interception coming back.
Look who's all the way in the back in the secondary for Monroe. It'd be Shalik Knox.
And they hand it off to Suttles.
Suttles will get a few yards on the play, and
that will take us to the half. So at halftime, the Monroe Redhawks lead 32-15 over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. Still got a lot of football to play, though, in this second-round playoff game.
So you're listening to 485 Sports. Pierre Gabriel, Trey Betler here. We'll be back with the Ben Minot Shot, Click, and Drive halftime show. Some scores from across the state and get you ready for the second half. Stay tuned here on 485 Sports and Radio Free Cabarrus. Trey, we'll come back on at about the 10-minute mark.
Okay.
I'll do an update on scores.
Okay.
And then at the 5-minute mark, I'll kind of let you just take it over.
Okay.
And I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Yeah. That's good.
I am going to, I'll tell you what, let me do the bathroom, then I'll come back. And I'll do the scores when I come back. If you want to just, if you want to go on, we can't talk for 15 minutes. If you, we're back on by 8 minutes, and I'll be back. All right, back here at Monroe High School, the Monroe Redhawks lead the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs 32-15 here at halftime. Second round. Second round of the North Carolina High School playoffs, and Monroe jumped out to a quick 25-0 lead. Robinson was able to cut that to 25-15, and then gave up a touchdown late in the second quarter. That's where we stand now. 32-15, Monroe. Hickory Ridge, Julius Chambers, 14-14 at the half. So here on the Mid-Minded Shop Click and Drive halftime show, some scores from in and around the area. Dudley 28, Lefford 7, North Davison 19, Hickory 0, South Point 13, Pisgah 10, Mitchell 35, Swain County 6, Maiden over West Lincoln 34-0, and that's a team that's on the opposite side of the 2A bracket here in the West. Shelby Golden Lions 28, Polk County 7. Another Union County school, Forest Hills, trails East Gaston 21-7. East Surrey 23, Forbush 12. That's of importance as the winner of this game gets the winner of that game. Right now, East Surrey, the number 2 seed, over Forbush 23-12. Salisbury and Bunker Hill, that winner will face the Maiden West Lincoln winner. Salisbury 28-0 over Bunker Hill. Battle of the private schools, Concord Cannon 21, Metrolina Christian 20 at the half. Grimsley trails Porter Ridge 20-14. Hickory Ridge Chambers 14-14. Marvin Ridge trails Weddington 20-10. Cuthbertson over Lake Norman 24-7. Myers Park over Glenn 21-14. Asheville 6, Mallard Creek 0. Statesville 35, East Lincoln 3, High Brighton 21, Concord 7. Crest 14, West Rowan 3. And that's the scores that we have right now. We're about 5 minutes away from the second half kickoff, and right now the Robinson Bulldogs had a little bit of response after falling behind, got back in the game, but they had 3 and out early. But the issue with the 3 and out was on the punts. They were only able to get 15, 20-yard punts the first 3 possessions, and just didn't work out well for them, as the field position game was a key part of those 3 touchdowns. And Kamani Robinson with 5 touchdown passes. Shalik Knotts on the receiving end of 4 of those. And he's got well over 225 yards just in touchdown passes. And we'll see if we can get some stats here for you. But right now, the Monroe Redhawks looking for a week to be extended to the 3rd round. Jay Robinson's going to try to come back and bounce off that loss that they had to Kings Mountain in the 1st round last year, and trying to come up with a game plan here at halftime to stop this Monroe offense. And Trey and I talked about it in the pregame. It was going to be an offensive show, and we put 47 points on the board here in the first half, and we only had 6 on the board in that first 5-6 minutes. So it was late in the first quarter before the scoring really started, but it's still going to be an offensive show the rest of the night. But is it going to be Monroe? Is it going to be Robinson? Is it going to be both? And is Robinson going to be able to use this defense and get back in this game tonight? They got a couple stops there in that second quarter, but they gave up the touchdown late. So that's where they're going. You're only going to get about 4 possessions and a half. If Robinson scores on all 4 of those, they've got to stop Monroe on 3 or 4 of their possessions. Sometimes you get a little more depending on, if it's a 3 and out, but, at the most 5 or 6, but, just say 4 possessions each. Even if you get 5, you've got to stop Monroe on at least 3 of those, preferably 4 of those, and you've got to score on those. So the work can be done, but it's going to be a tough uphill battle for Darius Robinson and the Robinson Bulldogs. So statewide, Robinson, the number 10 seed tonight, Monroe, the number 7 seed. Monroe got here by way of a 57-13 victory over Lincoln. Robinson winners over West Oaks in the game that 485 Sports covered last week, 33-14. On the other side of the bracket, Maiden and West Lincoln are playing. Maiden is up big in that one, and Salisbury is up big over Bunker Hill. Salisbury has been a 2A power here lately, so it looks like Maiden and Salisbury are going to be colliding in one end of the bracket. And then the winner of this game gets East Surrey and Forbush, and that's a 21-13 score now, East Surrey. And this one is 32-15. So a little bit of work to be done on these two teams to see, or these 2 bracket pieces to see where it falls in statewide for next week's matchup. But Maiden and Salisbury looks like they're on their way to a 3rd-round matchup next week. So we're going to go back to the scoreboard here and see if there's been any changes. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. See if we can get some updates on some scores. Maiden has increased that lead to 40-0 over West Lincoln. Forest Hills 21-14 over, East Gaston 21-14 over Forest Hills. Forbush has scored. They've cut the East Surrey lead down to 5. So East Surrey and Forbush, Forbush the number 15 seed, looking to knock off the number 2 seed East Surrey. In fact, if East Surrey wins, they will host that game next week. If Monroe wins, they will host. If it's Robinson and Forbush, Robinson would host. Forbush, no way they would host, being the 15 seed against a 7 or 10 seed. Salisbury 35-0 over Bunker Hill. Metrolina Christian still trails the Cannon CFA Academy 21-20 in the private school playoffs. Reedsville 36, Chase 12. Roseville beat Newbern 48-34. Cardinal Gibbons 49, Heritage 17. Porter Ridge still with a 6-point lead over Grimsley. Hickory Ridge Chambers tied at the half. Cuthbertson by 10 over Lake Norman, 24-14. Weddington by 10 over Marvin Ridge in a battle of Union County Schools, 27-17. Myers Park has jumped out to a 21-point lead over the Glen Bobcats, and Mallard Creek has taken the lead on Asheville, 13-12. Huff real big over South Meck, 42-0. And here's one, a battle of powerhouses. Eastern Alamance, number 1 team in the state, leading Havelock 14-6. Statesville 35-3 all over East Lincoln. Concord High Brighton still 21-7. Kings Mountain 17-7 over West Charlotte. Our colleague partner for 485 Sports, James Alverson, on the coaching staff there at West Charlotte. They trail 17-7. Crest has increased their lead to 21-9 over West Rowan, my alma mater. Whiteville 56, I mention this every week, folks. Whiteville Wolfpack down in Whiteville, North Carolina, 56-0 over James Keenan, college sweet mate coaching at Whiteville. So they congratulations to those guys as they are winning big. So the teams are coming back on the field for the mandatory 3-minute warm-up. Trey has found out some good information for us here, Trey. And what'd you find out second half? What are you thinking?
Well, going back to that first half, it was just a tale of Robinson would try something and they couldn't get it, and Monroe would just completely – honestly, in my opinion, Monroe was kind of just showing you what
to do. They're showing Robinson like, okay, this is what you were supposed to do, and we're going to show you how you can do it and do it better. And, Robinson came in. They started to build some momentum at the half, but their defense kind of crumbled near the end of the first half. I'm looking to see here if Robinson's defense can keep it up. Now, they were on the field a lot, which caused them to get a little tired. However, when you're playing football, you got to fight through the tiredness, and you got to be mentally tough, and you got to keep fighting on. And so, like I said, I'm interested to see how that defense is because, I always like to say the junkyard dogs. Those are my guys, the 3 guys up on that line, David Hobbs, Lorenzo Morgan, and Andrew Jordan. Those 3 guys I call the junkyard dogs because they are vicious. They power through any offensive line that I've seen. They destroy them, they get to the quarterback, and they get a bunch of tackles for loss, a lot of sacks, and a lot of hurried plays. And, for the offensive perspective, for Robinson here, Monroe, slow start, started to pick it up. The passing game needs a little bit of work going into the second half here. But I say continue to run the football. So far, you're getting the line is blocking well. You're getting the holes. You're getting through it, and you're getting yards. So keep running the football. That's how I think. And that is exactly what I say here.
Yeah, I think they've been successful running the ball.
They have.
And mix it up, run, throw in a pass or 2. See what you can work out here. But this first possession may dictate the rest of the night here. This first possession defensively from Monroe may set the tone for their offense the rest of the night. Meanwhile, Robinson, their first possession, 3 and out is the last thing they need. They need to drive this ball, put it in the end zone, and put a little bit of pressure on this Monroe offense to keep things going. You think, okay, can they keep this rate up all night long? They put 57 on the board last week against Lincoln. Can they do that this week? Can they put 50-plus on the board? And how will they react? If they get a little bit of pressure put on. We talked about Robinson this year maybe not being tested as much as they would have liked. Is that coming into play tonight? Right now, they trail, but they didn't give up. They stayed positive after getting down 25-0, and so we're about ready to find out as the second half
will get underway.
Yeah, so
we got a lot of football to play in an exciting second half. So here we go. Let's get this second half underway here. Monroe Redhawks will kick it off. You've got Suttles and A.J. Howard in the back for the Robinson Bulldogs to return. They'll kick this ball. That ball will sail. Taken at the 1. Crosses the 10, the 15. Bounces out to the 20, to the 30. Still going to the
There's
40.
The start.
Cut it back again. Cross the 50, and he is dragged down at the 46-yard line across midfield. Best starting position today for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. Great way to come out of the half, and that's exactly what you want to do. Kind of punch them in the mouth early right there. Great start, and let's see if they can keep this momentum going here on that great kickoff return. And so we will see what they do here with 11:50. I know we just started, but 11:50 to go here in the third quarter. Monroe is in shotgun with Suttles to his left. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. He'll take a direct snap, and he'll run up the middle. Has a hole. Stumbling through, gain of about 8 yards on the play. And so it'll be a 2nd and 2 for the Robinson Bulldogs as time continues to run as he was tackled inbounds, nowhere close to out of bounds. They'll have twin receivers to the right, one to the left. David Hobbs in at tight end on the left side.
Yeah, 2nd and short's a good play. You could kind of
Hughes in motion. Monroe looks, fires, has a man, and it is bobbled and dropped. And so number 6 there, A.J. Howard had it in his hands and dropped it. Unfortunate, had the slant, just couldn't bring it in, but those type of plays got to move on. Got to
looks
keep
like
going.
He cut up field just a tad before the snap, but got away
just
with it.
Just a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. But it is 3rd down and about 2, 3rd and 2.
That's the officiating. in me.
As they will bunch it up here. Monroe's going to take the snap, hands off. A.J. Howard got it that time as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
I think Robinson's got to go for this.
I agree. You got to go for it here. But Monroe's going to run over to the sideline, and we will see what the Robinson Bulldogs choose to do here. So it is 4th and 2 with 10:45 remaining here in the third quarter. They will go for it as Monroe runs back to the huddle. Taking their time to make sure everybody gets the play call. They'll bunch it up again. In a power formation here. Monroe in shotgun. Get Howard to his left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Monroe's going to run, has a hole. There he goes. Across the 20, still going. Keeping his feet moving, stumbling down.
To the 15-yard line.
15-yard line. Great play call there by the Robinson Bulldogs. It has worked consistently all night, and once again it works on 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs.
So it's going to be first. Let's see if he spots him. Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds at the 15, down to 15. I'm thinking he got down to the 10, but.
So on the 15-yard line, 10:14 remaining here in the third quarter, clock running. They will bunch it up again. They're going to keep this power formation. Monroe in shotgun. Howard to his left. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Howard. A.J. Howard going to cut through the line and is picked up and slammed down at the line of scrimmage. Lifted him off the ground and threw him back down to the ground.
Pickup of about 4, make it 2nd and 6. They've got to get in the end zone here.
They really,
and then, the
really
other
do.
thing, well, I won't get ahead of myself here, but
yeah,
2nd and 6.
Yeah. 2nd and 5. Yeah, 5, 6, close enough. 9:25 remaining here in the third quarter. They're going to keep this power formation here as it's working so far, and it'll continue to work. Let's see if it will. Monroe's going to fake the handoff. He'll roll out to his right. Pressure coming. Tried to get away, and he couldn't. Swarmed by 4 Red Hawks, and he is sacked for a loss of about 8, looks like. It'll be a 3rd and 12 here at 9 minutes to go here in the second. Well, in the second half, but third quarter. They haven't changed the scoreboard, so it says second quarter, but it's really the third. So it's the 3rd and 13. 8:40 remaining here in the third. You've got twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Suttle's in at running back. Got Hobbs at tight end. Monroe in shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to his left. Pressure coming. He'll dump it off to Hobbs. Hobbs has some blockers.
He's going to score easily.
Touchdown. David Hobbs stumbling in and running through all of the defenders. And the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs get in the end zone to start the second half.
All right, Trey, so here's when I said I didn't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Okay.
Second period, second quarter, I said if they keep them out of the end zone, if they would have kept that touchdown to end the half, it would be a 25-21 ball game right now.
Oh, yeah. It would have been.
A big play there in the second half, even bigger right now after putting this
kick
ball in the end zone.
And so it is now 32-22. Monroe still leads over the Bulldogs, but here come the Bulldogs as they will fight, and they're fighting back. 8:23 remaining in the third quarter, so shaping up to be a nail-biter here at the end as the Robinson Bulldogs are starting to make their way back.
Yeah, does Monroe putting pressure on themselves right now with this offense saying, you know what, this Robinson Bulldog offense is moving. They're moving the ball. They're scoring on us. We've got to stay at least 2 touchdowns ahead of them. So what do? They've been able to answer the call just like they did there to end the first half. But can they continually do that, and can this Robinson Bulldog come up with a stop or two and get the ball back and make this thing even closer than what it is right now of a 10-point game?
And this is when you need your star players on defense to make those plays. For Robinson, like I say, my dogs, Hobbs, Morgan, Jordan, you need all of those guys to make a play on defense for you.
But Robinson will kick this off as their kickoff team in their track stance. Caught at the 5, across the 10, 15, 20, 30, breaking tackles across the 40. And he's taken down at the 41-yard line. So a good return there.
Good return, good starting field position for the Red Hawks.
So we
ran into longtime football coach in the area, coach here actually, Bobby Cloninger on the sideline tonight. And the last time I was at Monroe was a playoff game, Monroe and Mount Pleasant a number of years ago. Bobby was the coach at the time. Tells you how long it's been. But it's good to see Bobby, and glad you're in attendance tonight.
So Monroe bunch it up. Pressure's coming, and he is sacked on the play. Number 8 there, Isaiah Herrera with the sack. Big play for the Robinson defense. Exactly what they needed to start this drive. Big loss there for
Man, and that woke up that Robinson crowd, that Robinson bench. They all just
they shot up.
They are excited over there on that sideline right now. 7:55 to go.
They feel it.
They are looking for a stop. They are looking for a anything they can continue to draw this momentum from. And right now it is 2nd and long.
2nd and 20 for the Monroe Redhawks. 7:40 remaining here in the third quarter. They'll bunch it up with a single receiver either side. Handoff is immediately met at the line. Tackled by big number 75 there for the Robinson Bulldogs, Denaz White. Blue Monroe obviously excited. He's hyping up the Robinson sideline, telling them, get loud for me, get loud. As the Robinson sideline starting to feel it, the Bulldogs defense starting to feel it too. This game is within grasp of the Bulldogs as they look to make a big third down play. It's 3rd and 21, 7:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Robinson will roll to his right. He looks, has a man. He's going deep, and he caught it. Guess who? Shalik Knotts.
Wow, what a play by Monroe. 3rd and 21. They pick up 35.
What a play. It just shows you how good of a receiver Shalik Knotts is, too. He's got open, found an open area, and a great quarterback throw also by Kamani Robinson there.
And so they'll hand it off this time. Nick Crosby met at the line, tackled by Blue Monroe and David Hobbs for the Bulldogs.
There's probably a lot of football coaches that would put Shalik Knotts in the acceleration classes to get him out of school faster. So they don't have to try to defend him year after year. He is a senior, so
he is.
But yeah, he has done an awesome job tonight, and so has Kamani Robinson.
They both have. They'll bunch it up again with the running back to the left of Robinson and shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to his left, drop, pressure's coming. Trying to scramble out as he will get back to the line of scrimmage and runs out of bounds with 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter. And so it'll be a third down. A 3rd and 10. So it'll be 3rd and 10. 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter. Monroe still leads 32-22. J.M. Robinson, Bulldogs sideline getting hyped up. The defense is telling the crowd, get louder for me, get even louder. J.M. Robinson Bulldog fans at home, you guys get loud, screaming at your phones. Monroe trying to hush the crowd as well. So here we go. The seats are starting to rumble. People stomping their feet, making some noise here. And it looks to be a timeout from Monroe.
And that just fires Robinson up more. So let's take a quick look. Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard with some updates here as we getting late into the night. Some finals coming in as well. North Davison 19-0 over Hickory. Dudley 28-7 over Ledford. Mitchell 42-6 over Swain County. Maiden big over West Lincoln 40-0. Shelby 35-7 over Polk County. Forest Hills trails East Gaston 27-14. Forbush down by 12. Fourth quarter late. East Surrey 30. Forbush 18. Again, that winner getting the winner of this game. Bunker Hill loses to Salisbury. It's 42-0. It's not a final.
But here we go, 3rd and 10.
Chambers
Robinson.
21, Hickory Ridge 14, Cuthbertson 31, Lake Norman 14. Back to you, Trey.
Robinson Rowdies are definitely out here. Stands are starting to shake, and people are getting rowdy. And here we go, 3rd and 10, 5:58 remaining here in the third quarter. They'll bunch it up, twin receivers either side, running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He looks, pressure, fires, has a man. Shalik Knotts caught it, and he's down at the 5. So Shalik Knotts, another big-time play for the Monroe Redhawks, coming in clutch there for his team.
2 big third down conversions for Monroe. And, I asked you, I said, are they going to be able to answer the call and keep the pressure off the defense? And so far they have.
They have indeed. And so it is a 1st and goal for the Monroe Redhawks as they look to answer right back and score here. You're going to have one receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. You've got a running back to the left. He'll motion to the right, puts the tight end on the left side. He'll hand off to Crosby, cutting through, and touchdown. Maybe he is in. Yeah. Touchdown. Monroe Redhawks as Nate Crosby got in there again. And so Crosby scores another touchdown for the Monroe Redhawks as they take a 38-22 lead over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs with 5:12 remaining here in the third quarter. And so Monroe, it's exactly what you want. Robinson, it's not what you want, but there's still a lot of time left, so you can't let that kill you. The snap was good, the hold was good, and the kick was good. And so Monroe takes a 39-22 lead over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs with 5:12 remaining here in the third quarter of this second-round state championship playoff game.
And here at 485 Sports Pier, Gabriel and Trey Betler, and Southern Christmas Show coming up in Charlotte here in a couple of weeks. SouthernChristmasShow.com. Carolina Ren Fest still going on through November 21st, Saturdays and Sunday. Go to renfestinfo.com for more information. Cannon Pharmacy, our proud sponsor of our scoreboard show, and tonight a lot of scoreboard watching as we're in that part of the season where, hey, who's winning, who's playing, who's going home, who are we playing next week, all that good stuff. Hickory Ridge, Julius Chambers still 14-14, start of the third quarter.
It's a good game going on over there at Ridge, and Hickory Ridge. We've got a lot of buddies in attendance over there, but we got a great game here as well. Score may not reflect it, but as I've said many times before in a broadcasting game, score doesn't reflect how the game is played majority of the time.
It just feels a little closer to 17 points right now.
Correct. But they will send this ball back to the Bulldogs, as the Redhawks will send this ball back with 5:12 to go. Kick, and that will soar through the end zone. And so Robinson will take over on their own 20-yard line to start the second drive, their second drive of the second half, with 5:12 remaining here in the third quarter. So here we go. Some great music by the band for Monroe. They're going to go trips to the right, one receiver left, running back to the right of Monroe. Direct snap, he'll take the handoff, he'll run himself, busting through tacklers, and he'll get the first down. It's a 10-yard gain from Monroe there. So Blue Monroe trying to put the team on his back and take him down and try to score here to cut this lead down again. We will see, but they're going to switch it up this time and have trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Suttles is in at running back to the left of Monroe in shotgun. He'll take the snap, hands off to Suttles. Suttles has a hole following his blockers and is taken down just before crossing the 35.
And they'll mark him down at the 34-yard line. 4:35 remaining here in the third quarter. 39-22. Monroe still leads over J.M. Robinson. You have 25 seconds on the play clock. Twin receivers either side. Suttles to the right of Monroe and shotgun. He'll hand off to Suttles again. Tries to go up the middle. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play there. It'll be a 3rd and 5 when they snap this ball again.
Yeah, that'll bring up a big 3rd down here for Robinson.
That indeed. It's a huge 3rd down. Big play for them. They got to try to get this. As I've said, they want to cut this lead in half, and the only way they can do that is to get down into the red zone, and they're on their own side of the field. Monroe will hand off to Suttles, who tries to bust it outside. He got the edge, but he cannot do it. He got about 4 yards on the play there, and so it'll be a 4th and about 2. A 4th and 2, and it looks like they're going to punt this ball away. I could be wrong, but it is here.
No, they're going for
Yeah,
it.
they're going to go for this one. That's the smart play, of
powerhouse
course.
backfield here.
Yeah,
Big 4th down here.
So they brought all the big guys in. The block here. Blue Monroe's still in the game, and they brought in A.J. Howard,
Monroe,
running back.
Monroe confused defensively on am I in or out? What set are we running? They've got to call a timeout.
They do.
And that'll help Robinson. That'll give Robinson just a few seconds more to think about, okay, what do we do? What play? What do we like in this situation? To pick up this 1st down, because this is an all-important 1st down right here.
It really is. You don't want to get it too ahead of yourself and say that this is game deciding, but it has a possibility to be game deciding. It's late in this 3rd quarter. You're going to maybe get the ball back 2 more times at most, but so you got to get down the field and you got to score.
Folks, it's November 20th, downtown Concord Christmas Parade taking place at approximately 2:15 p.m., but it's also part of the Santa Scramble 5K, the 5K road race held each year. It runs in front of the parade, so if you want to run a 5K and have 15,000, 20,000 people cheering you on, you can go to runsignup.com or go to santascramble5k.com, part of the Concord Christmas Parade in downtown Concord.
Twin receivers to the right. He put a man in motion. Suttle's going to take the handoff. He got the edge. Has
And
the
more.
1st down. Cross the 50, and he's dragged down out of bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be a horse collar. Going to add on to that.
Yeah, horse collar tackle there. Add on to the play. He was taken down about the 45 as they crossed midfield. It was a good run, good play call by the Bulldogs there.
I'd like to know from Coach Robinson, did you change your play after that timeout?
That is a good question.
Did you have Blue going up the middle on a power play? Did you change it after the half or after the timeout?
Well, I'm assuming he did because, originally they had A.J. Howard and Blue Monroe out there, but that play right there they had Suttles in it running back instead of Howard. Well, we will see what they do here as they tack on all these extra yards. Big break there for the Bulldogs. 3:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to have twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Suttles will be the running back with a single back set, and Monroe is in at shotgun. Suttles will be to the left of Monroe and shotgun.
Clock starting.
With 3:05 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Monroe will motion for Suttles to go out to his left. He'll throw to Suttles on a little bubble route. He is immediately tackled down as soon as he caught it, and they'll give him a loss of about 2 yards on the play there. Clock continues to run down as we're now down to 2:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Trying to get Suttles out on one-on-one, but Monroe defense answers that.
It's a smart play call because Suttles has the speed, but the defense just read it too well that time. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Suttles in at running back. Hobbs, the tight end, will be moved over to the right side.
Blitz
Pressure
coming.
Has a man, and is immediately dropped in the backfield. Caleb Johnson was the receiver there for the Robinson Bulldogs, and he was immediately dropped in the backfield as soon as he caught it. Tried to make a move, just couldn't get by.
Yeah, the last 2 plays, negative yardage for Robinson.
It is a 3rd and 15 with 1:55 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. You've got Caleb Johnson and receiver on the right side.
Samarian Hughes will be the receiver on the left side, as well as A.J. Howard. So we'll go twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Suttles is in at running back with Blue Monroe in shotgun. They'll do the little bubble route again with Suttles. Pressure's coming. Monroe escaping, and it is sacked. He tried to get free. He got free for a second, but grabbed hold of the foot and brought him down. So it is a big fourth down play here, and Monroe looks to be down on the play here. It's like Blue Monroe here injured on the play.
Yeah, and the backup quarterback,
Isaac Lee, I believe is his name.
yeah, starting to warm up on the sideline.
Yes,
Monroe will
Isaac
at least
Lee
have to come out.
For a play or two. The sophomore backup quarterback, Isaac Lee, the 6'3", 170 pounds, will come on into this game. And I've seen him play in a couple games, and he's a good quarterback. So you're not losing much. However, Blue Monroe, big part of the offense, and really helps your team out. So
It looks like it may be a cramp.
Yeah, that's what I'm having to guess here.
Yeah, give us time to thank the fine folks at Atrium Health for providing health services to all Cabarrus County teams, all teams in the state. Atrium Health and the athletic trainers at all the schools do an excellent job keeping these athletes safe, keeping them ready and ready to go. And not only football, but they're required to be at every practice as well. So, again, thank you to the Atrium Health staff and the folks there for doing that. And also the folks here taking the tickets tonight, the folks running the concession stand, picking up trash after the game, the chain crew, a lot of volunteers, a lot of people don't get to see the football game. They listen to it maybe or whatever, go back and look at it later, but it takes a lot of people to put on football each week. And, folks, we say it every week because we appreciate their hard work every week. So shout out to you guys who are listening in the concession stand and other places for all that you do. Fourth down and
17. So fourth and 17. Trips to the left. No receivers to the right. Suttles is in at running back, and Isaac Lee is the quarterback. The motion Suttles out to the right. Lee gonna fire.
What a play!
David Hobbs.
What a play!
Touchdown!
Lee comes in, completes the pass, penalty flag in the end zone. That's going to be maybe after the play.
Yeah, it'll be after the play on David Hobbs. He kind of just stared down the Monroe defender, but what a play. Isaac Lee comes into the game, fires a touchdown pass to David Hobbs, and the Bulldogs are right back in this. And so the referees will discuss a penalty here, but it is a 39-28 game now with 1:07 remaining in the third quarter. Heck of a play call there by the Bulldogs and great awareness from Isaac Lee. Pressure coming, but he stayed steady in the pocket and found the open man, and that's resulted in a Robinson touchdown on a big fourth down. And so we will see the call here. So after the touchdown, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Robinson. It was on David Hobbs. When he scored the touchdown, had a defender on him, kind of threw him off and kind of just stared him down a little bit, kind of like the taunting calls you see in the NFL, but can't do that. But looks like it'll be enforced on the kickoff. Snap was good, hold was good, kick was good. And so the Robinson Bulldogs take it down to a 10-point game again with 1:07 remaining here in the third quarter.
So, still within reach for Robinson, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to get this defense to come up with a stop and not allow the big third down plays, like not allow any big plays, obviously, but Monroe, two big third down plays on the last possession. They put the ball in the end zone, so they've got the 10-point lead, still a two-possession ball game. Yeah. And you got to think really about 3 possessions is all they're going to get right now. But Robinson – Coach Robinson runs out into the huddle right now with his Bulldogs and is just shouting at them. I don't think it's a mean shout. I think it's just a positive. Firing them up. Get in the game. Let's go. Let's score. Let's knock a fumble. Get a turnover. I mean, do something here. And let's go play Forbush or East Surrey in a game that was 30-21. I think it was the last check we have. East Surrey will host that if they win. Monroe will host it if they end up losing and they host Forbush.
And so Robinson will kick this off from their own 25. The biggest thing for this defense here, they got to shut down Shalik Knox. But here they go.
And it's going to be a short kick because of the penalty.
Fielded at the 33. They'll run across the 40. You jump in, hurdles fumble on the play.
Yeah.
Ball still out, but they're going to blow it down.
Yeah,
they'll blow that ball dead. And so he will be marked down just before midfield, and they will mark the Red Hawks down at the 47. So they will start on their own 47-yard line here. The big thing for the defense here from my perspective is that if you can keep pressuring this Monroe defense, this Monroe offense, and shut down Shalik Knox, if you can guard Knox and shut him down and keep the pressure on the quarterback, you have a chance to get a 3-and-out stop here. But let's see what they do is Monroe will bunch it up. They've got the running backs to the left of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He looks to his right, fires, has a man open. There he goes down the sideline, spins out of bounds. Number 6 there, Elliott Reed for the Red Hawks.
You got Monroe, not to be confused with Blue Monroe. You got Kimoni Robinson, not to be confused with Robinson Bulldogs, not to be confused with Darius Robinson.
Play on of names tonight.
Yeah, coming up to the end of the third quarter, folks, we're going to check the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, find out who's advancing and who's going home.
It's exciting playoff football. 59 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. They're going to bunch it up again with twin receivers either side, running back to the left of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looked to his left, tosses it out to the running back. He'll cut through.
Yeah, good job there to keep him contained on the outside over there.
Gain of 2 yards on the play. So I try to find the number here for the player. It looked to be a 10, so Brajon Allen took the reception there. But it's a 2nd and 8, 25 seconds to go. They'll motion it over. They'll go trips to the right, one receiver left. Running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll throw to his right. Elliott Reed on the reception, crossing the 30 to the 20, 10, 5, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Monroe Red Hawks. Perry, 7 seconds to go here in the third. It's not over just yet, but that might have been the nail in the coffin there for the Bulldogs, but we will just have to see.
Yeah, right now, Robinson just can't get a stop when they need to.
They can't.
They get the man out in the flat. He takes it in practically untouched.
As they will try for the extra point here. No flags on that play, as they will take an extra point. Pretty simple. And so, let's see if they can make this. The snap was good. The hold looks good. The kick is way short. He kind of slipped and fell. But he misses wide left and a low toe ball. But 7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Monroe leads 45-29 over the Bulldogs of J.M. Robinson.
Robinson defensive-wise, they just have not been able to stop. And we said it was going to be offense, and we put 74 points on the board.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 45 of those have gone to Monroe right now.
Yeah.
And Blue Monroe, the quarterback for Robinson, hurt on the last series, but Isaac Lee comes in, 4th and 17. A lot of times when you see a second-string quarterback come in, you're thinking run something simple until you get your starting quarterback back in there, and he comes in and just backs up, boom, across the middle, 31-yard touchdown pass.
It is, and I'm trying to look over to the sideline, see if I can see what's going on, if Monroe's going to get back into this game. It looks like Isaac Lee is going to suit back up and go in again, and Monroe will continue to sit. But I will see for myself in just a second.
He's standing at the 50-yard line, helmet off.
Right. So Monroe, the high school Monroe, will kick this ball off. It will be fielded at the 5. Crosses the 10. across the 20. Breaks it to the outside, across the 25. And he is dragged down, and there's a flag on the play. It looked to me like there might have been a face mask.
I'm going to say face mask
on the play, so Robinson, as they start walking up the field.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the quarter. So we'll sort that out here at the end of the quarter. Then they'll mark it off. Then they'll change halves. But let's go to the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, folks.
Let's go.
Dudley, they're going to go through these pretty quick. Dudley 46, Ledford 10. North Davison 19, Hickory 0, South Point 27, Pisgah 24. That's a final. South Point Red Raiders advance. Northmore 23, Gates County 0, Thomasville big over South Stokes 34-0. Mitchell over Swain County 42-14. Maiden 47-0 over West Lincoln. They'll play the winner of Bunker Hill Salisbury, and that'll be Salisbury. Shelby 35, Polk County 7. Forest Hills, East Gaston, Forest Hills trails 27-21. Hendersonville 37-13 over Burns. East Surrey 30, Forbush 20. That winner gets the Robinson Monroe winner. Yep. Salisbury 42-0 over Bunker Hill. Harold's Christian Academy over Charlotte Country Day 40-0.
Final.
Reedsville 56, Chase 18. Porter Ridge 27, Grimsley 21. Chambers jumped out to a 28-14 lead over Hickory Ridge. Cuthbertson 31-14 over Lake Norman. Marvin Ridge trails Weddington 41-31. Myers Park by 7 over Glenn. South Mac down 42-0 over Huff. As we're back to action here.
Blue Monroe has trotted back out for the Robinson Bulldogs. Had a little bit of a limp, but he seems to be fine, and he'll go as long as he can. Twin receivers right, David Hobbs in at tight end. Suttles is the running back. Howard's the running back. Howard's going to power through the line, but he gets nowhere as he gets back to the line, and that is all he gets. So it'll be a 2nd and 10. Clock did not run on that play. Stayed at 12 minutes. He has yet to run, but I'm not worried about that too much. Looks to be there a timeout or the referees are talking something over here, but we ran a play, stopped. Yeah, we never flipped the side of the field either, so I think that might have been a mistake made right there. But they ran a play, forgot to flip the side of the field, and never ran the clock. So are we going to get a redo, or are we just going to move on? So we will just have to see.
It's amazing that neither team coach anybody said anything about it.
Yeah.
I was looking out the scoreboard, and
I was trying
that penalty at the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
Messed a few things up as well, but
yeah.
Hey. No time off the clock.
2nd and 10.
Keep that in mind, folks. If for some reason Robinson comes back and scores the last play of the game, think about it. Now we have a penalty flag.
Now we have a flag.
So we're off to a roaring start here in the fourth quarter or continuation of the third quarter, ever how you want to look at it.
False start on Robinson as they will back them up to a 2nd and 15 now. And so 12 minutes, clock still has not started. It's 2nd down somehow. We haven't started the clock. They got a free play basically, but they didn't go anywhere with it. Monroe, pressure coming, tries to escape the sack, and he stays on his feet, still going, and now he is taken down. So Blue Monroe, quarterback for Robinson Bulldogs, sacked in the backfield, loss of about 4 yards on the play there. And so it'll be a 3rd and 16, I believe. I could be wrong here. I will, as soon as I get the correct yardage, I will tell you all that. But 11:30 to go here in the fourth. Robinson trails Monroe 45-29. It is a 3rd and 18 here in the fourth quarter. Twin receivers to the left. one receiver right. Suttles is the running back with Monroe in shotgun. He'll motion Suttles out to the left. He fires over the middle, and Samarian Hughes was hit as the ball was coming towards him. Flagged on the play. I'm assuming a defensive pass interference here. Robinson gets a tough break here, but a good break for Robinson there. They'll kind of catch their breath. A 3rd and 18. Might get some good yardage out of this. And another chance here.
Now I see why you don't stand up here.
Yeah. See why I'm kneeling down.
Double pane glass with a screen.
Yeah. I'm kneeling down.
We're in a press box where the windows slide up, but when you stand up to look out the top window, you're looking through a thick glass that is dirty.
Correct. And
a screen that is.
Well, me being 6'3" doesn't help either. But hey, it's all right. But it'll be a 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 18 turned to 3rd and 3 due to a defensive pass interference. 11:06 remaining in the 4th quarter. They'll bunch it up with a power formation as A.J. Howard is the running back. Direct snap to Monroe. He'll try to run through the line, but he gets nowhere. Met at the line of scrimmage. And so it'll be a 4th and 3 here for the Robinson Bulldogs. So question is, what do we do?
Trey, I go back to that play at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
With that penalty, that may have been one untimed down at the end of the 3rd quarter. That's why the clock didn't run and they ran that play.
Well, Blue Monroe's coming out. Blue Monroe is now out. Isaac Lee has come into the game. Monroe kind of trotted off, helmet off, trotted off.
So you wonder maybe if that injury has something to do with the throwing arm or shoulder or something.
Twin receivers left, one to the right. Suttles in at running back. Lee will take the snap. He'll hand off to Suttles. Suttles is immediately met in the backfield, and that will be a turnover on downs. And Monroe Redhawks will take over on their in Robinson territory with 10:15 to go here in the 4th quarter as they still lead 45-29. Monroe's starting to feel it. They can feel that victory in their hands. But it ain't over till that clock hits triple zeros, and we will just have to wait and see what happens here. Robinson cannot fold yet. They got to keep fighting. So 10:15 remaining here in the 4th quarter. You got 15 seconds left on the play clock. Trips to the right, one receiver left, running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap, looks to his right, fires to his running back, has some room, crosses the 50, and is tackled down. Nope, stays on his feet. Ball looked to be out for a second, jumped back on it, so they'll mark him down to the 49-yard line for Monroe Redhawks there. 9:57 and clock continuing to run as he was tackled in bounds. We have an injury on the play here for Robinson. He's trying to get back up, but
looks like a cramp.
That's what it looks like. Number 52 there for the Bulldogs as he'll hobble off the field. That would be number 52, Andrew Jordan, one of the big linemen up there. One of their big, important linemen. That
Independent Tribune will have all the coverage for high school sports, football, and even basketball season started now. Basketball teams are kicked off, so independenttribune.com for all the sports and all the North Carolina high school football scores and playoff pairings for next week, round 3. Looking to the 2nd weekend in December to make it to championship Saturday.
Trips to the left, one receiver right. Robinson will roll to his left. Looks, fires, has a man caught. Trying to get through the line. He is tackled down at the 20, at the 31. 31-yard line. He's taken down. 9:30 remaining.
Penalty
here.
Flag. That may come back.
It might. I was not paying attention to the line, so I have no idea.
Holding on the offense.
That's the usual call, what you would hear for a flag in the backfield on those type of plays. 9:31 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Big play from Monroe, pushes them back. It'll be a 2nd down and 23. That's what it looks like.
So quite the distance.
But Robinson's band still having some fun over there. Like I said, great turnout for both teams tonight. Just a fun environment. Playoff football is like no other. Twin receivers either side. You've got the running back in to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looking, rolling to his right as pressure comes. David Hobbs trying to chase him down. Throws it. And it's intercepted. Caleb Johnson there with the interception for the Bulldogs, and they'll take over in their own territory.
Another injury on the far side for Robinson. I think it's a Robinson player. Robinson trainer came out, but sometimes when they're on the far side, it's hard.
Yeah, it's a Robinson player.
Yeah, it is a Robinson player, yes. And then another cramp.
Yeah, they're starting to cramp up here as time ticks down. I believe that's David Hobbs on the ground there for the Bulldogs, and that is a tough break. Hobbs is their number one guy they go to a lot. Hobbs is a heck of a player, being 6'6" as a junior, but 6'6", 240. He's got a lot of college offers. Tennessee, Chapel Hill, and other schools starting to look at David Hobbs.
East Surrey stretched their lead out 37-20 over Forbush. So East Surrey looks like that is a final now. So East Surrey will host the winner of this game tonight next week in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina.
Folks, where is that?
I did a playoff game, and Mark Clemens and I were talking about this today. I did a playoff game up at East Surrey years ago when I was officiating, and the only thing I remember about that game was, one, we were supposed to get out of town real quick because East Surrey got beat, and they got upset, and it was the officials' fault like always. And the other thing I remember about that game is that I was on the sideline, and they had one of those gigantic heaters that keep you warm. And I was supposed to run back judge tonight, but I ran line judge instead. And I didn't mind switching because they had one of those little close-knit fields, and I could feel the heat. Yeah. As long as I was on the sideline between the 40s, 50-yard line most of the night, I could feel the heat. So I didn't mind that at all. Yeah. Salisbury 49-0 over Bunker Hill. Providence State 21, Charlotte Christian 17. Trey, just interrupt me. I've got my head down, so whenever you go back, just let me know.
You're good.
Porter Ridge 34-27 over Grimsley. Cuthbertson by 17 over Lake Norman.
Blue Monroe back in at quarterback for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. Trips to the right, one receiver left. Suttles fakes the handoff. Monroe looking deep.
Got his man.
Has a man, and it is incomplete. Good coverage there by the Monroe defender. Looks to be number 7 there for the Red Hawks. Number 7, Josiah Knotts. The Knotts brothers all over the Knotts boys here, coming up big tonight.
Crest advances over West Rowan 28-15.
Perry continues to update us on some scores, and I'll keep us updated here on the game. We've got trips to the right, one receiver left. Blue Monroe in shotgun with Suttles to his right. He'll take the snap, hands off to Suttles, but he actually keeps it and is met at the line and driven back about 5 yards, but they'll mark him 1 yard short of the line of scrimmage. Clock will continue to run with 8:45 remaining now in the fourth quarter. Monroe still leads 45-29. It is a 3rd and 11. 8:35 now remaining here. 25 seconds on the play clock as they will walk up to the line of scrimmage. Kind of taking their time, but they do have to hurry if they want to get back into this game. Trips to the right, one receiver left. William Suttles. And at running back to the right of Blue Monroe in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He looks. Pressure's coming. He'll dump it off. And it is try to get to Suttles on a screen pass, but the ball was tipped in the air and an incomplete pass. Luckily, no Monroe player was there. If you're a Bulldogs fan, Monroe fans, you guys were very close to picking that off, but just couldn't get there. As it'll now be a 4th down and 11. They have to go for this either way. So we will see what kind of play call the Robinson Bulldogs pull up and draw up here. 8:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter with 45-29 Monroe leads. Twin receivers either side. William Suttles to the left of Blue Monroe in shotgun. He motions for A.J. Howard to go to the right side. Monroe, pressure coming. He'll spin. Moves to the right, eluding the sack. He gets down across the original line of scrimmage and out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover on downs And the Monroe Redhawks will take over in their own territory with 8:10 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Monroe fans starting to feel it. They know exactly what is coming in 8 minutes and 10 seconds, and that is if no further setbacks happen for the Redhawks.
Coach Johnny Sawell setting up a date with East Surrey
Yeah, they sure are.
in the third round of the high school playoffs.
It's the end of the third quarter, and Chambers leads Hickory Ridge 35-14 over there as they head into the fourth quarter over back in Cabarrus County over at Hickory Ridge High School. You've got twin receivers to the right. He'll hand it off. Elliott Reed's going to cut through across the 50, shaking tacklers down the sideline and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Big run play right there for the Monroe Redhawks. Elliott Reed has started to take a lot of snaps here and at running back, a lot of jet sweep type option plays. And he's got a lot of speed. The free safety and wide receiver, the senior, 5'11", 180 pounds. A lot of speed there. He's worked well tonight. A lot of screen passes. Scored a touchdown earlier in this game. He scored 2, I believe, at this point. So Monroe is going to try to work their way down the field with 8:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. They'll hand it off this time, bouncing it up the middle, and is sworn by Robinson.
Robinson took the ball
away. Blue Monroe ripped the ball away from a running back.
It's hard to hear the whistle up here.
It is.
But I thought he had that ball out. He was.
Brajon Allen, the running back from Monroe High School, got the ball ripped away from him by Blue Monroe, the quarterback of J.M. Robinson. But they're going to say that he's down. So 7:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Monroe still leads 45-29 over the Bulldogs of J.M. Robinson. You got twin receivers either side. You got a running back to the right of Robinson in shotgun. He'll take the snap. He looks, fires towards Elliott Reed off the hands, and an incomplete pass to make it third down.
Stops the clock.
He does stop the clock. And so 45-29, as I previously said.
Yeah, that would have pulled them to within one touchdown.
Indeed. 3rd and 8 here. 20 seconds left on the play clock.
Robinson definitely needs to stop here. They've got time if they can get a stop with this quick score. They may get 2 possessions out of this, but they cannot allow a first down and cannot allow a score here.
Twin receivers
to the
either side.
Redhawks.
Robinson coming. Pressure coming. Andrew Jordan almost had him. He eluded the sack. Here comes Blue Monroe trying to chase him down, try to trip him up, and they force him out of bounds just before they got to the original line of scrimmage. So it's a loss of yardage on the play for the Monroe Redhawks. But we will see what they do here on 4th down.
Yeah, and Blue Monroe has left everything on the field tonight. Defense, offense, he's been hurt a couple times, gone out of the game, but you can just look at him. He is physically exhausted, but he is not giving up.
Yeah.
He is doing everything he can to keep Robinson hanging on here.
6-1.
They're going to get the ball back as Monroe's going to punt.
Yeah. First time, I believe. Well,
first time tonight.
Yeah,
yes.
First time we've seen the punt team out for Monroe. Yeah, but going back to Blue Monroe, the 6'1", 205-pound senior quarterback and outside linebacker. Senior year, you never know what's really going to happen in these type of games, and you really just got to leave it out on the field. So, big props to him. He's had a heck of a game tonight. Pressure's coming. Got the punt away. High kick. Will be fielded. No, they're going to let this one bounce. He hit the bounce. He muffed it, and Monroe High School falls on the ball. I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Yeah, it took a hop, and it went right towards the Robinson player. He tried to grab it instead of getting out of the way and just was unable to control it.
Yep.
Ball goes to the ground. Robinson falls on it. Monroe falls on it.
So with 7 minutes to go here, Monroe Redhawks will get the ball back on their own 10-yard line of J.M. Robinson. They're in the red zone here, the Pizza Hut red zone, in fact. And so motions, the men
Motion some guys to the right side. Twin receivers right. Robinson will roll to his right. He'll fire it. Yep, fires it to the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown! Monroe Red Hawks. One final touchdown right there, and that is caught by number 4 from Monroe. Jacob Covington, the senior wide receiver, standing alone in the end zone, found him in the back of the end zone, watched the ball into his hands, and Monroe scored another touchdown. It is now 51-29 with 6:54 remaining in the fourth. I believe that might have put the nail in the coffin, but we will continue to see how this game plays out here, as we still do have 6 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And they will be going for 2 here. We've got twin receivers right. Robinson's going to take the snap, pressure coming, fires, has it, and he walks into the end zone. Number 10 there, Brajon Allen, walked into the end zone on a little screen pass.
Yeah, that'll make it 53-29, and Robinson
they
just ran into a buzzsaw tonight.
They did.
They had some chances. They did not give up. They have fought hard. But right now it is all Monroe, the 24-point lead, just under 7 minutes to go, as some of the Monroe people begin to leave and some of the Robinson people making their way out as well. East Surrey already a victory over Forbush tonight. Salisbury and Maiden battling on the opposite side of the West bracket. So those 4 teams are set, looking to go to the Final Four the following week.
Yeah.
Monroe to kick off. Take it at the 10.
He'll cross the 20. He's tackled down at the 30. .6:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 53-29. Monroe leads the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. So the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs will take over here. .37-yard line, they will mark him out of bounds. So 6:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Be a second and about 4, I would have to say. We will get that as soon as possible. 20 seconds remain on the play clock here. 6:30. He stayed in bounds. They marked him down in bounds. The clock will continue to run. It is a second and 4. 6:20 remaining. We've got twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Suttles in at running back. Joshua Porch in motion across the middle. He'll pitch it out to Suttles to the right side. That is a and so if you're hearing the cheers, David Hobbs hit a blindside block to a Monroe player, and they followed it up by throwing William Suttles to the sideline and throwing him out of bounds, kind of getting back at him. So both taking shots. The penalty flag was on the play, and they'll mark Hobbs there for a blindside block. So a personal foul right there on Robinson, and then I'll back him up. So that backs up the Bulldogs. 6:07 remaining in the fourth quarter here. And so we will continue this as they are backed up with 6:07, as I said, to go. Second down still for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. And we'll see. We have twin receivers to the left, one to the right. Hands off to Suttles. He'll try to bounce it out to the left side. He trips and falls in the backfield, losing a total of 4 extra yards there. And so with 5:55 remaining here in the fourth quarter, it is a long third down for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs here. clock continues to wind down. Momentum has left the Robinson sideline. They're down, they're upset, you can tell, but they got to keep fighting here nonetheless. Hobbs will be in motion to the left. Monroe, pressure coming, quickly fired it out of there. He got nailed on the play, just got back to the line of scrimmage. The play was completed. Looked to be Joshua Porch on the reception over there. Hobbs was trying to block for the man. But Blue Monroe took a heck of a shot there. I'm glad he's up and walking off. He looked like he was injured for a second, the way he was reacting on the ground. But the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs will punt this ball away. 5 minutes to go here. It's a 4th and 20. Monroe has 2 returners at midfield. Snaps back. Good snap. Punt. One of the better punts today. Still going. And David Hobbs, ball falls right into his arms. We'll mark him down at the 45-yard line in J.M. Robinson Bulldog territory. 4:41 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And Monroe Redhawks will take over. So,
not the way you wanted to see that drive go. Robinson might get it one more time, if that, but we'll just have to see here, as I assume Monroe will try to run this clock out. But we will just have to see. There is a lot of time.
45-yard line.
I say they'll probably get the ball one more time at least.
and so we'll bunch it up again, power formation. Robinson's going to hand it off, busting through the line. There looks to be number 28 for the Monroe Redhawks. So I flip my page over here to get that. Zion Lindsay on the carry there, the freshman running back. We'll get the carry from the Monroe Redhawks. 4:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Folks, a reminder, tomorrow 485 Sports will be in Laurinburg. NAIA football. St. Andrews taking on Faulkner. Faulkner nationally ranked, needing a win to get in the 18 playoff. St. Andrews looking for their second win of the season, looking to pull the upset. James Alvison, Mark Clemens, James Mellick, myself, bringing you the action from St. Andrews tomorrow.
We'll hand it off again. Zion Lindsay's going to break it. 20, 10, 5, and he is in. Touchdown! Monroe Redhawks score, but what a moment for Zion Lindsay, freshman running back. Now gets to say that I scored a touchdown in a playoff game on varsity. So a good moment there, feel-good moment for the Monroe Redhawks. Not so much for the Robinson Bulldogs, but got to respect the play right there. Great run, touchdown on the play. 3:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Coaches are going crazy as we can hear them from up above us. They're excited for their player there, for Zion Lindsay. Snap was good, hold was good, kick was good. And so the Monroe Redhawks take a 60-29 lead over the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. His coaches are hugging up on Zion Lindsay here as he's celebrating. You can tell he's obviously very excited. 3:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And so it looks to me that Monroe will move on in this game here, as they will play. Perry, remind me of the team that they're playing.
Monroe will be going up against East Surrey.
East Surrey.
That game will be in East Surrey, Pilot Mountain, I-77 North.
Be a good game. Should be a good
Or
game.
you can go 52 North through Winston-Salem.
Indeed. And so they will kick this ball away with 3:45
Or you can
remaining.
stay at home.
Yeah.
Cabarrus County team's not faring well tonight. Concord
No, they're not.
losing, Hickory Ridge losing, and Robinson looks like all three. I'm not sure. The private school, Concord Academy, Cannon School, they were up 21-20 over Metrolina Christian Academy earlier, but have not seen an updated score on that one recently.
Neither have I. We'll try to get an update on that before this game's over. We will see. Monroe kicks it away. This ball will be bounced into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Robinson Bulldogs will take over on their own 20-yard line here with 3:45 remaining in the fourth quarter.
You know, this this game is over for the Bulldogs, but that, nonetheless, they had an amazing season. They won their conference. They only lost one game the entire season. They had a heck of a team. They made it to the second round of the playoffs. Wasn't their night, but great way to improve. I mean, they have a lot of room for next year. Robinson fans got to be hopeful and excited for next season.
Yeah, and Isaac Lee coming in tonight for Robinson.
Finish off the game.
Showed a glimpse there on that one pass play.
Yeah.
The future.
Monroe looking, and he will run this ball again. As he is taken down at about 4 yards on the play, if that. 3:40 now remaining here in the fourth quarter. Clock will continue to run. It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs. As they look back to the coaches for the play call, we'll have twin receivers to the right.
We'll have a pretty quick exit tonight after the game.
Twin to the
Trey
right.
with some final thoughts, and I'll close this out. But,
Sounds good. Monroe will
do
roll to his
appreciate you.
right. Pressure's coming. Fires. Looks like he caught it. Couldn't see from the angle with all the players here, and they say he did. So number 6 there for the J.M. Robinson Bulldogs, as I have 2 Monroe sheets here. But number 6, I have to believe. I'm going to go off memory here. That is
Joshua
A.J. Howard.
A.J. Howard.
Yep.
Yep, off of memory there. So good job, me. So Marion Hughes and A.J. Howard will be your 2 receivers to the left. You have Caleb Johnson, the receiver, to your right. William Suttles to the right of Blue Monroe in shotgun. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Suttle. Hands off to Suttle. Suttle's going to break it to the outside. Shedding tackles, still spinning, still moving the feet, dragging defenders down, and he got the first down for the Bulldogs. Moving the chains. Way to move his feet. Way to keep driving through.
Well, let me give a shout out here. Connor Bradley, defensive end for Monroe, just met Blue Monroe in the backfield, and he's taken a punishment all night, but he has fought long and hard and was laying on the ground, and Bradley went over, helped picked him up, kind of gave him a little half hug, pat him on the back. They pat each other on the back. A great show of sportsmanship by those two right there in this hard-fought competitive game. I just wanted to mention that because sometimes that's the things that don't get mentioned enough. But a great show of sportsmanship and respect for each other and their playing ability, leaving it out on the field tonight.
Yeah. On the first down play right there, they motioned Israel down across the middle, give a little jet sweep. He got about 3 to 4 yards on the play. I'll give him 3 on that one, so it'll be a 2nd and 7 here. Snap to Monroe. He'll fire out to Suttles. Suttles caught it, brought it in. He's going to run up the sideline, has the first down and a little bit more as he's tackled out of bounds.
Yeah, that'll stop the clock momentarily.
A minute 31 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Robinson trails 60-29. Looks to be a so a first down for the Robinson Bulldogs with a minute 31 remaining here in the fourth quarter. You have twin receivers to the right, Israel Dowd and Caleb Johnson. And to the left, you have twin receivers as well. Monroe taking pressure, and he will be sacked. Five Bulldogs. All these Monroes and Robinsons.
We do have a final on the.
Did the Cabarrus Warriors win?
Cabarrus Warriors won.
They did.
36-29.
All right.
So private school playoffs. Cabarrus County still has a team alive. So congratulations to.
Congrats to them. My sister will be
Cannon
very happy.
Cougars, Concord Academy, Eagles, Cabarrus Warriors, whatever they go by now.
Suttles met in the backfield, handed off, and immediately hit. And my sister will be very happy as she is a student over there at Cannon, and her team, her school continues to power on in the playoffs. But Suttles was met immediately in the backfield.
You're down to 35 seconds, and this will be the final play of the game, I would assume.
No.
Here is there's 25 seconds remaining on this play clock. We'll get one more play of this Robinson Bulldogs season. Twin receivers to the right, one to the left. Bobbled snap up in the air. Monroe picked it up, starting to run with it. Still going. Breaking tackles, and he is down.
Kind of the way the night's been for Robinson, kind of an up and down. But that's going to end
And that'll
right there.
do it. The Robinson Bulldogs season may be over, but the Monroe Redhawks are moving on to the third round.
Yeah, they will take on East Surrey next week in Pilot Mountain. Robinson will end their season.
It's a great year.
Yeah, it's been a good year for Robinson. They're going to go down 10-2, finishing the season. But Coach Robinson and Robinson Bulldogs, great fight tonight. Just not meant to be. 60-29 is the final. Monroe Redhawks victory over tonight here on 485 Sports. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Pizza Hut, Cannon Pharmacy, the Independent Tribune, Carolina Renfest, Southern Christmas Show, and Ben Minot Chevrolet, all proud sponsors of high school football. Round 3 coming up next week. And, folks, I also mentioned 485 Sports will be covering basketball throughout the season as well. So stay tuned. You'll get our schedule. You'll see where we will be.
You'll hear more from us.
Trey, thank you for being in attendance tonight, folks. I'll be absent next week, but 485 Sports may be covering some games somewhere. Go to independenttribune.com, 485sports.com for next week's schedule. For Mark Plemons and the 485 staff and Trey Betler, so long from Monroe, where the final score, once again, Monroe 60, J.M. Robinson 29.
Good night.